What's up, everybody? We back at it again. What's up? More jujitsu drama. More jujitsu drama. Not to make make light of everything. Uh, but listen, if we let ourselves get down, I mean, bro, it's February. We got a couple more months out here. Excuse me. uh, but yeah, we'll keep going, man. I'm not gonna let these people get me down. You guys can let them get you down, but they're not gonna get me down. Um, Happy to be alive. I'm trying to make sure the audio's good. Um, are we live yet? Let me see. Oh yeah, we're good. Alrighty, we back. We're gonna update you guys with what's going on. We're gonna update you guys with what's going on with Atos. We got another person got has some allegations against them. Um, yeah, and hopefully we can watch the matches. Jesus Christ, we've been too much drama over here. But that's the nature of the sport. That's why we do judo now. Because it's quiet in judo. Now somebody gonna jump on here saying judo ain't quiet, but it's quiet enough for us compared to jiu-jitsu. So we'll get into that. Hopefully we can watch a couple matches, and we'll kind of jump back and forth a little bit. Keep the show interesting for you people. As always, we got the streamathon we're working towards in Maryland. We're a little bit behind schedule. Merch, we're working on the merchandise. We're trying to get that up, and that's basically it. So we'll keep going. Let me warm my voice up. I know somebody gonna jump on here. Where the allegations? Just you guys always ask me who's saying all this stuff, and I can't tell you who these people are. Go look in the comments. People be, where are the allegations? He's innocent. They be ready to. Now they get more and more quiet as more information comes out. So we'll get into it. Again, we do about 3 hours over here, so don't rush me. Please stop trying to rush me. Why do people be rushing me on a 3 hour live stream? Get to it. They not paying me. Why? turn off the YouTube. You guys ain't paying me over there. The people that never paid be the ones that complain the most. You guys ever notice that? Let's see where I want to jump off to. I want to get back to my regular show, man. I'm tired of all this drama, man. Let me jump over to. Where's the one I wanted to see? I gotta organize everything. We did read a lot of stuff yesterday. We're probably gonna read a lot today. Right now, look at all the Atos affiliates that are kind of dropped off. I thought that was pretty telling there. Says list of gyms that have dropped Atos affiliation. So, Atos had one of the biggest affiliations out there, basically all over the world, as far as I know. So, someone said, just curious on how many Atos affiliated gyms have started dropping their associations or affiliations. So Lucas Pinero, no, he's down in Orlando. He said he's standing with Alexa, and he's in Florida, Orlando. Essential JT Torres dropped New York City. Atos Atlanta. Man, that's dollar signs. Woo. I'm not sure what the association fees. Let's just say $1,000 or something. $1,000 a year or something like that. Maybe more. That's some good money. That's some good money right there. Leaving Andre Galvao. And Andre had just ranked Bruno Frazado. What, 4th or 5th degree? Dang, ain't that sad? Logos in Denver, so Liera. Dang, that's nationwide right there. Yeah, Logos. No word from Barbosa. Barbosa on vacation. Shout out to all the people on vacation right now. All the Atos people on vacation. They said they're gonna figure it out when they get back home later. Atos Lake Tahoe, and Atos Las Vegas. That's how many gyms is that? Is anybody keeping count for me? That feels about 7, 6 or 7. Denver, Vegas, Tahoe, Atlanta, Orlando, New York. That's 7. There might be some more. Atos Reno, 6 or 7, 8. I don't know. Dance Hard Out. What's up, brother? Quantum, the penny drop that Dom was spinning on. What are you saying? Oh, he was spending a ton of time over at Legion, but he had already started doing that. He had already been over there for a minute, a couple years, I think. Someone says I co-own the gym formerly known as Atos Canberra, Australia. Okay, that's a couple more. At least 10 gyms, right? 10 academies. That's some money. And I don't know exactly what their association fee is, but that's some good money right there going out the door. Elements Jiu-Jitsu. Who's Elements? Who was Elements? Oh, the Australia gym. Atos Austin. Oh, in North Austin. Dang. There's more than 10 gyms. Someone said I read that as Atos Autism. Close enough. Someone says we aren't huge names like Atos Atlanta or Logos, but we were the only Atos in Alabama. Oh, they got Alabama too? If you lose Alabama, man, I don't know what to say about your program. You done lost Alabama? You guys know I got some tea over here, bro. We left over the weekend. I believe you will see every Atos affiliate at this point leave except the ones directly owned or partially owned by Andre at this point. Dang. God, dog, bro. They're in Huntsville? Okay, I do know Huntsville. Shout out to Huntsville, Alabama. That's my favorite part of Alabama right there. The Atos in Hong Kong was gone. Okay, yeah. Probably some more other ones. JT just posted Island Jiu-Jitsu dropped their affiliation in Hawaii. Okay, isn't that where Mush's girl trains at? Tashaya, ain't that Mush's girl? I wonder what the Rotulo bros would do. Someone says I'm most curious about what guys like Hulk, Josh Hinger, and the Rotulos are going to say. Probably nothing. I feel like Josh was the one more vocal that spoke up about this issue. The fact that the call was coming from inside his own proverbial house has got the sting. Didn't Josh basically run the kids program? He was training at Utah. Okay, we're just kind of reading through a little bit. Looks like Hinger has purged everything Atos related from his Instagram. Did he do that? Let's switch over here. Did you take all your... Rotulos are going to stay with Paulson? But, you know, they could. I mean, when you think Rotulos, I think Atos. When I think Rotulos, I'm thinking Andre Galvao, Atos. So maybe they could put out something, but I'm probably not going to put out anything. Doesn't that make you respect that girl even more, Alexa? Because, man, she spoke out. And she knew most of you guys out there were going to hate on her. She knew that. She still spoke out, though. Yeah, I don't see no Atos on there. Ah, wait a second. There's Atos right there. He's an Atos black belt. Okay, well, hey, you can't get rid of that. Can't get rid of everything. You can't get rid of your lineage. Hey, you can't get rid of your lineage. Ain't that true? So it seems like all the Atos affiliates are about to be gone. They train with Eric Paulson. They do, and they have a gym down in Costa Rica. Andre gave them both the first degree semi recently, so I'm not sure how he still fits into the equation. Well, Eric Paulson, is he a jiu-jitsu black belt? I know he's catch wrestling. They trained with him for a long time, though, basically from green belt to black. Says, I imagine they'd be advised to distance themselves. They're at the beginning of a long careers in the sport. I don't know if they're going to have a long career fighting. Ryan, hello, sir. He says, Andre should give Atos to his daughter and leave the country. He need to retire. Angelica, I would say leave it to Angelica, but they probably going after her too. Now that girl, 19 years old, how's she going to run a program? How's she going to run a program at 19 years old? You know how many members? They got probably 500, 800 members over there. How are they going to leave her in charge of all that? Would you trust a 19-year-old girl? All right, baby, here's hundreds of thousands of dollars and hundreds of students, and you got to make sure everything stays. Now, what you do, you retire, you go to Brazil, and you still run everything from Brazil, but you say on paper she's the CEO. Leave the country so Sarah can stay and do her own thing. And Sarah need to put her husband's name, go by her husband's last name, Sarah Gomez or whatever his name. I'm no longer Sarah Gaval. I'm Sarah Gomez. I don't know what the kid's name is. I just made it something else. I expect most of the North America Atos academies will leave the organization. And you know what? A lot of the international. Australia left. Hong Kong left. Somewhere Spain, maybe. I don't know. There's repercussions for all this stuff. Andre, you should have left it all alone, Andre. You had Angelica Galvao at home. If I had Angelica Galvao at home, I would be good. If I had Angelica Galvao at home, I'd be chill. Where's Danny Choppa at? Danny Choppa. Let me summon Danny Choppa for you guys. Now, Danny Choppa can't say nothing about Angelica Galvao. JT Torres, yeah, that one stung a lot, the JT Torres one. Logic in Philly. A quick glance at the Atos website shows 78 affiliates. Ooh. Do you guys know how much money that is? Say it's $1,000 a year. That's $78,000 right there out your pocket. Now, you know what I would do with $78,000 right in my pocket right here? Danny Choppa, he might be asleep right now. He said it's still too early. Danny's already died trying to summon him. Wake up, Danny Choppa. Get over here. So easily almost six figures right there a year in association fees right there gone. Can you guys take a hit of $100,000 in this economy? It says rather curious to see what the final tally will be once the dust settles. And someone says the tally from the threads is about 18 academies. Atlanta, Tahoe, Essential, Logos, Denver, Logic, Philly, Miami, Winter Garden, Atos, Atlanta, Atos, Austin, North Austin, Canberra, Alabama, Hong Kong, Hawaii, Tacoma, Washington, Temecula, Virginia Beach. Oh, there was another one in Miami? There was another one. Oh, Lyra. Lyra's in Miami too. Okay. It says, I had no idea there were so many Atos affiliates. I've been training for 16 years and never seen anything close to this level. Give it time. The association probably has mandatory Andre seminars. Yeah, okay, so that's even more money. Let's just say six figures, because I'm saying $1,000 plus Andre Galvao's seminar, at least $3,000. Okay, 4,000. Let's say 4,000. What's 4,000 times 78? Oh my God, Andre, you done messed up the bag. Oh, ooh. Okay, here's my little. I'm not saying this is accurate, but say he gets $1,000 a year plus $3,000 for the seminar. Okay, and that's a low figure for Andre Galvao, and that's not even including travel and board or food, nothing. So If he does 78, he got 78 affiliates and 4,000. Let's say $4,000 a year with the association fee and the seminar. You guys see that? Who messaged me? Get out of here. That's 312,000. 312K. Shoot. These guys make some money, bro. Like, I ain't making. We got to get the live stream up. But man, say multiple six figures. Easy. Bro. That got to hurt your pocket a little bit, bro. Man, these guys make some money now. Most of the other jiu-jitsu people broke, but these other guys, they making money. They making some real money. Someone says around 20K of association fees if paying $250 a month. No, you wrong, bro. What's $250 a month? Hunter, what's up? He says, ain't no party like an Atos party. Lucas Hulk. Hulk been quiet. Association fee. Wait a second. He says $250. Wait a second. He's saying the association fee would be $3,000 by itself. He might be making. I'm gonna add another $3,000 on there, unless the association fee just covers the seminar. Either way, it's in the six figures. He in the good six figures right there. Says, add Autos Virginia Beach. I trained there over the summer during vacation, and I followed the head instructor. And they dropped the Autos affiliation. Impact? Where is that at? Some other gyms. Says BJJ gyms, especially ones like this, are ran like cults. Sad the Alliance Association went the whole Gracie Baja communist route where they own everything. Hunter got some inside information over there. So the way Alliance works, they own the associations. they said screw you gym owners. We're gonna make our own gyms and make more money that way. It is more profitable though, because they know they can spend $250,000, make it a good gym, and run it however they want instead of having to deal with association people. Lucas Lira left Autos today too. Yeah, Miami. So Autos Miami and Lira. When is jail time? We're still waiting for that. As far as I know, we don't know if the charges have been, if the case has been, what's the word I'm looking for? If there's actual charges or not. Let me go back real fast. Yeah, as far as I know, no charges have been filed. I could be wrong. Adjudicated. Okay, I can't say big words. I can't put no big words over here. Says, do affiliates really benefit from Otto's brand? Their only claim was quality and competition. They didn't have a unique shtick like Tim Planet. So honestly, if you really want to join the association, I hate to say it, but Gracie Baja, any association that gives you a system is a good one. So Gracie Baja, Gracie University, any of those affiliations that give you training and help with your marketing, those are the ones you want to join. You don't want to join the ones without nothing on there. Just, hey, we're gonna help you. You can join our team and win. But say you're opening up a new gym, Joe Schmo Jiu-Jitsu. People probably not gonna know that. You got there is no brand to Joe Schmo Jiu-Jitsu. But now if you add Autos to the name, oh, I know Autos. Okay, let me go check them out. That is true. People might be more willing to check you out. Well, not now when they see all this stuff. Autos Austin. Yeah. couple other places too. So we'll keep you posted. Again, there's still some affiliations that are holding out. I train under Humaita and Hoyler. People complain, but the perks and training are seamless. What kind of perks do you guys get? Humaita's always been pretty solid. I think you probably had a better heyday back in the day. Who's the girl that's really good? I can't remember her name. She did all the female. She was a female champion. She had a lot of female students. She did really well. You don't hear too much about Humaita really. Dun, dun, dun. We just jumping around today. We might watch a match. Give me a little break. You do know JT dropped from Atos. That was a big one. Cause I'm pretty sure Andre helped JT start that school, or at least find the sponsor. The investor. Says, excluding the Gracie name, do you think affiliations actually bring in new students with no experience? Possibly. If anything, just the keywords when people search jiu-jitsu and they see Atos in their local area, you're probably going to have more brand recognition, at least from an algorithm standpoint. Of course, Gracie, people see Gracie. When they type in jiu-jitsu and you have a Gracie jiu-jitsu, Gracie garage or something nearby, or Atos or Alliance, I think there is a little bit more brand recognition when people are searching that stuff up. And a lot of these associations will have the website already kind of professional website, and they put your, Atos Miami, they'll have the same website as Atos HQ, but, with your personal branding and stuff usually. Leticia Ribeiro Leticia Ribeiro. Yeah, she was really good. I need to do a video on her. I'm going to write her name down. She don't get no respect like she used to. This sport forgets about its heroes very quickly. But, in wrestling or judo, they still celebrate those people. Someone said, first TLI, not Atos. Keenan's another one who came from both schools. Someone says, I find it ironic that Murasaki went from Atos to Kingsway considering the known controversy with Gordon. We're going to bring up Gordon. Gordon weighs in on what's going on right now, too. Makes me think this stuff with Galvao was known for a while. I plead the fifth. People be trying to jump at me for reading comments and giving my perspective on things. I don't think moving from Atos to Kingsway was the best move. Does anybody else agree with me? I don't know if that was the best move or not. I could be wrong. I don't even know if Kingsway going to be there next week. Kingsway might be gone. Kingsway about to be gone too. Atos more like adios. That was a good one. Good job. That was a good one. Her and Leka Vieta don't get enough respect in jiu-jitsu world. Oh, isn't that Hodolfo's sister? Well, she don't like the IBJJF. Where should Murasaki go? I don't know. Somewhere where there aren't predators. A place with less convicts. He got money now. He can go anywhere he want. He can go to JT's. He could go to Simpleton Jiu-Jitsu, Simpleton MMA. He could go 10th Planet right down the street in San Diego. He could go to Legion. He could go AOJ. He could go Cobrinha. He can go Home Loba Hall. He can go wherever he want. You telling me there's only two places? Go to a place without any scandals. How about that? Leka is old school black belt. Oh, that Leka. Anna Carolina is Hodolfo. Anna Carolina is not Hodolfo's sister. Is that his sister? Okay, maybe I'm getting it mixed up. I feel like me and Dan Howard and I mixed all the girls up. JT would be good place. I go to Lucas Lepri's place. I like Lucas now. I like Lucas, but I don't know. Lucas is Shout out to Lucas. I don't know if Lucas is the best person to make you a champion, though. I'm sorry, Lucas. Now, Lucas is amazing. You need to go to a place. I would say Kyle Terra, but Mirasaki and Kyle don't got the best history. I don't think there's anybody there for. I mean, who wants to go to Charlotte? I'm sorry. Who want? I've been, I did my time in Charlotte. I was ready to get out of there. So it's not worth it to pay $20K for a lifetime membership. How gyms are getting caught these days? Yeah, well, the two. LO Snap, what's up? LO Snap coming out the sweatshop. We're going to get some merchandise over here eventually. He says, what up? What's up with the one guy, Evandro Nunes or whatever, always posts cringe videos of him burning his belt? I think you brought that up yesterday. I still haven't seen him. Somebody said he crazy too. What's up, LO Snap? What was the other girl? Leka? I need to look these girls up. Is Leka, was she one of the first world champions or something? What am I thinking of? Dance Hard Die bringing up some old names. I don't even remember. It is not a good day to be a Vieta right now. Dun, dun, dun. We are going to talk about Gordon. Says it's a wrap if JT dropped him. Andre better hope he saved all that money he made overcharging everything and everyone. He's going to need it. His only option is to publicly step away from the brand and let someone else take it over and rebuild it, but his ego probably won't let him. Yeah, if he wants to save his brand, he needs to retire and go to Brazil. I'm sure he's a multi-millionaire at this point. At least he should be if he's managing his money well. Well, who knows? It says reputation takes years to build and seconds to lose. It says Leka is super old school. Yeah, I'm like, who was like? I was like, that sounds familiar. I thought that was Adolfo's sister. Was she one of the first black belt world champions in the women's? I'm so old. I remember when they had the brown and black belts with the women. The women's division was brown and black belts together. Does anybody else remember that? There might have been purple belt in there too. I don't remember. Evandro is a bitter ex-employee of the Gracies. Is he the one that was? He had some allegations for the Gracies. Remember those allegations? Oh yeah, I do remember that. He exposed the Gracies for being a weird. Oh well, hey, that is on brand for the Gracies. Do you not know who Helio and Carlos Gracie were? Overcharging, LOL, coming from the same man who got a lifetime membership. Did I miss the Gaval talk? We're talking about it now a little bit. Yeah, I think Leka was the first black belt female world champion. Emily Kwok has spoken out about BJJ. What did she speak about? What did she speak about, Patrick? On BJJ mental models. Oh, combined divisions and belts. Okay. Well, they used to do that. I used to do World Pro, and we had to it was rough. You had to win purple belt, and then you did a brown and black belt division. And then later on, it was a brown and black belt division, and then you got your black belt division. So it took forever. And the girls, I believe, okay, it was purple, brown, and black. It was rough back in those days. They didn't have too many girls. Okay. There's also some interesting Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden got everybody's files. He got the Trump. He got the Epstein files too. This is the real Hunter Biden. Melky Galval too. Uh-oh. It is not a good day to be named, have the last name Galval or Vieta right now. You got those two last names, you might get in trouble. You better, if you got a Galval or or a Vieta right now, you better watch out. People stay bringing up TLI. Says Lloyd is definitely smart enough to not put himself in the public eye anymore, but it blows me away that there are still people in the sport now that are familiar with who he is and his team and have no idea the history of what happened over there. Well, you can't blame the athletes for what the hey Balea, plead the look at Balea. Look at Balea. Everybody put the fifth in the chat room for Balea. That's why Balea the reason we say all this. Now I know Balea can't say, Balea got that insider information. Everybody put fifth in the chat room for me, please. We gotta do that whenever Balea jump in the live stream. What experiences in Charlotte made you leave? Well, that's where I did my ADCC camp at. Have you never been to Charlotte? You sound like you never been to Charlotte. There's actually vids of Melky Gaval as a police officer in Brazil where they basically execute him by, oh, Jesus. Well, okay. Oh, Jesus, don't. Hunter Biden got all the files. Hunter Biden need to plead the fifth too. Melky Gaval over there executing people? Well, he is a part of special forces or something. That might be why Mika is in California right now, away from his father. I always felt a little uncomfortable rolling with female. Well, okay. Control yourself. Fifth. Spirit of Justice need to plead the fifth too. Spirit of Justice, go ahead and plead the fifth. Hunter says, word on the street was he was a powerful... Oh, Jesus Christ. Plead the fifth, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden, how you know all this stuff? Are you Brazilian? Tropa de Leech. Who you saying was a... Okay. Who you saying he was? Okay. Oh, okay. Jesus. Well, they do things differently over there. They do things differently. Now, if I go to Brazil, I'm going to need Mush and LL Snap to protect me. You're of the Galval lineage? Okay. Spirit of Justice. Spirit of Justice, plead the fifth. Spirit of Justice, put your eyes on Spirit of Justice, everybody. Put your eyes on Spirit of Justice, people. He said he a Galval. LL Snap says he treats everybody the same. Now LL Snap crazy too. Don't do what he doing. You from Manaus? Okay. Are you Galval too? It's Goons Day for Spirit of Justice. It's Goons Day for Spirit of Justice. I like okay, guys. He says I like rolling with women. I have to use more technique or just ended up crushing them with strength. Okay. Man, he done distracted me, bro. It says Andre is scrambling to save his rep. If Alexa, I'm gonna call her Alexa, hadn't stepped up, he probably could. Hopefully, her stepping up gives the others the courage and support to do the same. So we read earlier there's about 78 affiliations out there. So that's money, bro. That's a couple six figures, couple hundred, some good money right there. L Snap, calm down. L Snap might be a misogynist over here. We do have Gordon weighing in. Let's see what Gordon has to say. I mean, what do you guys think Gordon gonna say? Did Hinger say nothing? Okay, Hinger shared Alexa's post too. Okay, that's good, Hinger. That's good, Hinger. Baby Shark voice sounds like a 12-year-old from Melky. Oh, Jesus. Hunter Biden got all the files over here. Hunter Biden is the opposite of Balea. Oh, Jesus. You think so? Yeah. Oof. You think Melky was doing that to all those kids? That should warrant some type of repercussions too, but that's in Brazil. Where's Mika? We got to look for Mika too. There's a gym here that the instructor and owner had something with. Oh Jesus! But never was charged, and nobody seems to care. Where are you at? Oh, I thought he put Autos in his bio. We got Gordon. Gordon weighs in on what's going on right now. That's why Hokage left. Oh. There's always been some stuff in Manaus. Remember when Mateus Gabriel came out? He says, Watch Hunter is about to get an honorary black belt. I'm calling it now. Who are you getting from you? Spirit of Justice says, most of the Brazilian commentary I've seen is pretty much innocent until proven guilty. On Andre Galvao. But listen. My Brazilians. You guys let the guy that killed Leandro Low off the hook. I ain't trusting the Brazilian court. I ain't trusting the Brazilian what I'm about to say. Not the court, but the social media court. Yeah, I'm not trusting the Brazilian social media court. You guys let the guy that killed Leandro Low get away. It says only belt to hand out his white belts. Oh, the only belt you hand out is white belts. Okay. L Snap ain't giving nobody a black belt. Maybe pork chop. Yeah, Brazilians, I blame you for letting that dude get away. Claiming self-defense. The Brazilian court of opinion is wild. Well, of course they're going to side with Andre. Is the girl American? Is she American or what? Is she American or Brazilian? Not that it matters, Brazilian commentary doesn't matter. This happened here, and that is true. That is true. But they should have a say too, because we had some commentary when the whole stuff with Leandro Low went down. So I don't want to say, hey, they can't have an opinion. They can have their opinion, but it says Gordon Ryan seeing all the Andre Galvao's drama. He says, ha ha ha. I don't really follow jiu-jitsu drama too much anymore. Shut up, Gordon Ryan. Gordon Ryan, shut up. We got to get that soundboard so I can slap Gordon Ryan around. He says, I don't even coach pork chop, man. I want her to do her own thing and develop her own style. I'm hands off in that situation. I'm very firm on never living through your kids. Shout out to L Snap. Lots of soccer players down here have been falsely accused, so people are red pilled. Okay. Okay. I feel like that's a different situation, but isn't that a different situation? Soccer player, famous, rich, out in the club, partying. Okay. We're talking about a student that Andre Galvao helped raise from 8 years old to 18. That's a little bit different, ain't it? Ain't that a little bit different than a random girl saying something happened? That a little bit different. Somehow Gordon still makes it about Craig. Well, he maybe he just loves Craig Jones. You guys ever thought about that? He just loves Craig. Can't get Craig off his mind. Now, I have not heard Gordon talk about Sonny. He talked more about Craig Jones than Sonny. Didn't go and ride, just have a predator come out of his. Yeah. Well, hey, depending on who you listen to, there was more than one predator. Depending on the statute of limitations, there was more than one predator. It was that long. What are you talking about? The Brazilian Court of Opinion? Yeah. This is his student. See, look, the Brazilian court Brazilian court over there didn't mention that. Oh, she trained with them since she was a gray belt. Let's see. I'm too busy getting rich. That being said, I hope all gets sorted one way or another, and all the facts are presented on either side. What I will say is that the number one BJJ White Knight, opportunistic, Crooked Craig, that's the only thing Gordon ever came up that was funny. Probably long, yeah, 8 or 10 years, yeah, whatever. I mean, the girl 18 years old, he known her for most of her life. We need a list of predators. Well, that list will be ever growing. And there are gym names that have a history of this stuff. Still steer clear and be warned. Well, most of your stars in jiu-jitsu, where De La Hiva at? Remember we were supposed to stop using De La Hiva? We're like, what are we gonna name it? What? The foot crook, the ashi, the butterfly ashi. We don't want to use no butterfly ashi. Outside butterfly ashi. Come on, we don't want to use that. This means this man was probably looking at her when she was a kid, planting seeds. Yeah. Tony coaches pork chop, so I don't have to worry about that. That this his goddaughter. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we trust Tony. Word on the street was Danaher was getting okay, Hunter Biden might be throwing some misdirection in there. How much did he pay for that, Hunter Biden? He says the number one white knight opportunist, Cricket Craig. That's the funniest thing Gordon ever came up with. Cricket Craig has been deafeningly silent in the wake of all these apparent victims. It seems as if he doesn't have a personal vendetta against the person involved. He could give two cares about the alleged victim. Craig did post something about the story and stuff. Well, he got his hands full. I'm sure after this he will now be the most involved after some internet backlash, but that's on par for the course. Hope it all gets sorted out either way. What does Craig have to do with this situation with Andre Galvao? Craig's in jail. He can't talk about nothing. The truth is stranger than fiction. Hunter Biden is the opposite of Balea. Balea, you got replaced by Hunter Biden. My man got replaced. We do got a lot of stories going on. We are celebrating Black History Month. Maybe after we get done with the Atos BS going on. So from my understanding, they call De La Riva in Brazil is pudding or pudding guard. Okay, that don't sound right. We got a couple brands that did speak out. Hyperfly speaks out. Remember one of my biggest videos was when Hyperfly. Remember when Hyperfly did that collab with Playboy? And I think I was like the number one person going against them. How do you get a DWI in Australia? Probably driving without a license, and no telling how much weed that man smoked that day. But he didn't look fine. The outfit was hitting. LO Snap, I think it was fake. LO Snap, I don't think he really got arrested. Balea got to plead the fifth, Balea. Hyperfly says enough is enough. A call for accountability in jiu-jitsu. This is not acceptable. Not in jiu-jitsu. Not anywhere. Guys, make sure you're supporting the live stream. If I gotta read all this crap. Make sure you guys supporting the live stream, please. Sacrificing my throat health for you guys. Over the past years, we have watched with growing concern how power has been misused within parts of the jiu-jitsu community, often by academy owners and high-ranking instructors who place themselves above accountability. This is heartbreaking because jiu-jitsu is meant to be a safe space. It's meant to empower women and vulnerable communities, protect children, and build confidence. That's a great ideal, but I haven't seen that really. And give people from difficult backgrounds a place where they belong. In many academies, this is still true, and we are deeply grateful for the incredible coaches who live those values every single day. But we can no longer ignore the dark side of our sport. As a woman who has been in this industry since 2011, that's not that long ago. Yo, Mush. No Diddy. Thank you, Mush. Mush, save me. But listen, I am talking. Look, my throat. All right, let me drink some tea. Man, I be talking for 3 hours. You guys, I'm gonna let you guys, when we do the Houston, I'm gonna let you guys talk for 3 hours. And your throat gonna be dry. Pause on that too. No Andre. Much crazy, man. No Andre. Much crazy. I need some peppermint tea and high chews. You guys know I get them high chews from Carol. Man, she be trying to give you too many high chews. Like, Carol, no, I'm trying to be healthy. 2011, I have personally experienced disrespect, inappropriate behavior, and physical intimidation. Oh, even the woman that runs Hyperfly. You guys need some self-control over here. That's a shirt. The peppermint tea and high chews. All right, Ella Snap got to make about 10 different shirts. He says, you go up to a girl and say, let's roll shorty. Shortly after it, you have to say, new Andre. Don't Andre. Yo, no Andre. Okay, we're going to make that a thing. Avoid those natural hot flavors in high chews. You don't like the natural flavors? The new Andre makes everything good. we went from Diddy to Andre. And you know Andre ain't no he definitely not worse than Diddy. But we might start using that. She says she's experienced disrespect, inappropriate behavior, and physical intimidation from male black belts on the mat. That experience pushed me away from training and into a behind-the-scenes role supporting the sport, especially women. It took me years to come back to the mats. Through our work with female athletes, we have heard story after story of humiliation, body shaming, and being treated like objects rather than elite athletes. One of our athletes broke down in tears in front of me when we signed her because her previous sponsor told her she was too heavy to be featured on their website. I wonder who that was. This is not acceptable, not in jiu-jitsu, not anywhere. This is why our brand has always paid female athletes equal to male athletes, not as a trend, but as a principle. And we believe jiu-jitsu must be better than this. Shout out to Hyperfly. Now, I did go after Hyperfly when they did that Playboy collab. I was like, come on, Hyperfly. What are you doing? We are calling for real accountability for coaches who abuse their power. Uh-oh, you're going to get rid of all the coaches now. Greater protection for women and minors in academies. Of course, clear standards of conduct for instructors and stronger community action instead of silence. Silence protects abusers. Speaking up protects victims. We also want to be clear. We know many outstanding, ethical, and compassionate academy owners who are doing things the right way. They are the heart of the sport. They are why we still believe in jiu-jitsu. But for those who misuse their power, harass women, or prey on juveniles, your time of operating in the shadows is over. Women in jiu-jitsu are stronger, more visible, and more united than ever. We are here to stay. We are watching. We are waiting. I thought they were about to say we are waiting, but we are watching. And we will defend this sport. Jiu-jitsu belongs to everyone, not just powerful men who think they are untouchable. If anyone in this community has experienced abuse, harassment, or feel unsafe speaking out, you do not have to carry that alone. You can reach me directly at my personal email. We are here for you, whether you need emotional support, guidance, or help finding legal resources. Your voice matters, your safety matters, and you deserve to be believed. Enough is enough. And that's CEO of Hyperfly. So I'm trying to get the picture of Josiah standing outside the gym. Don't make it too accurate. Can you are you drawing that? Okay. Don't make it too accurate to where we get sued by Josiah. But yeah, let me see. Else that that might be a bestseller right there. Everybody, make sure you get that Josiah T-shirt when it comes out. He trying to get it in the pocket. Dang, LL Snap. I just let LL Snap be creative. I can't wait to get that T-shirt. I have a little pocket with Josiah poking out right there. Yo, I'm gonna be wearing that at every live stream. LL Snap, great. LL Snap, wild. Between Mush and LL Snap, we always got jokes over here. Dorothy says, lawyers making so much money writing these statements. I got in the wrong business. Yeah. ChatGPT and lawyers. Well, the lawyers are using ChatGPT too. Jiu-jitsu is full of people from California. I can tell with all these speeches. Now, Keenan had a long speech. Everybody was like, come on, Keenan, stop it. That's why Andres left. That's why Andres had to do ecological. Imagine you gotta listen to Keenan every day. All right, Keenan, I'm gonna play a game now. All of a sudden, now everybody introduce who has a moral compass. Yeah. Oh, do you do art, Dorothy Slippers? LO Snap, link up with Dorothy Slippers too. Said it's going to have Dateline NBC on the sleeve. LO Snap, LO Snap, LO Snap. Okay, that's from Hyperfly. We do have some other ones too. It's unfortunate, to be honest. It's very unfortunate. You know, Atos, I'm about to say Atlanta. Atos, Miami put out their post. It's in Portuguese though. Oh no, it's English. It says, yeah, I used to be a gallery represented painter back in the day. Okay. Can you link up with LO Snap? Maybe do a collab or something? Says, y'all support the channel because Alec got to read these long. Yeah, bro, I'm dying out here. See my throat sore? No, Andre. My throat all messed up. I got to read all these ChatGPT articles. Woo. Got me sweating over here. Mr. Leo Davilia, you know, I've been to his academy a couple times when I went to Miami. In light of recent events, we want, if you guys don't know him, he used to referee a lot. So he refereed a couple matches, and he also works with Karate Fight. You know, he works with like CJI and Karate Fight too. Says, in light of recent events, we want to be absolutely clear about our position. We have zero tolerance for any form of abuse or misconduct under any circumstance within our academies. These all sound the same. It's like open mic over here. These all sound the same over here. Our academies are privately owned and operated with independent leadership and full autonomy over our management and day-to-day decisions. We have built our work on family values, respect, ethics, professionalism, and accountability. Our priority has always been to provide a safe environment. After careful consideration, effective immediately, the academies Atos Miami and Atos Niterói, which is in Brazil, of course, will no longer represent or operate under the Atos Jiu-Jitsu team affiliation. Everybody's saving money, though. We will therefore move forward as independent academies, guided by our own principles. What they should have done, they should have made their own. They should have all made their own association. If they were, I'm not saying that if they weren't smart, but somebody should have been. You know what? Let's all make a coalition and come back together. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It says Niterói is leaving. Yeah, Isaac gonna get on Insta with a long statement condemning Andre. I think he's surfing right now, Dorothy Slippers. Classes will continue as normal. We ask for patience from our students and families during this transition period, and we will share next steps soon. We're probably not going to hear nothing else about this, to be honest. Thank you for your trust and for standing with the values that matter most. Sincerely, Professor Davilia. King's Kimono also spoke out too. Dang, Andre, you done messed up the bag for everybody. Andre done messed up the bag. Don't ever mess up the bag, everybody. Don't mess your money up. He made the money funny. They sound the same because corporate law firms pay juniors to monitor the statements other corporations make and copy them when they are well received. How come all these firms, marketing firms, law firms, all do the same crap? It says Kings is aware of the allegations involved in a sponsored athlete. If you guys don't know, they sponsored, Kings Kimono gave a lot of money to Atos. In fact, I think they designed their whole gym uniforms that they wear. Given the seriousness of the matter, the brand has decided to suspend the sponsorship. Okay, well, they're saving money. They probably I wonder how much they were giving Andre. Probably like $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month, possibly. Hey, Kings, give me that money. Kings does not tolerate any form. Oh, wait. We have suspended the sponsorship. We have not ended it. We just suspended it while the facts are being reviewed. Kings does not tolerate any form of harassment or conduct incompatible with a safe, ethical, and respectful environment. We remain committed to supporting the continued professionalism of the sport and fostering a safe community for all. We will continue to monitor the situation. They said that twice. Thank you. Thank you for putting that twice. Oh, they said the facts are being reviewed, and we're going to monitor the situation responsibly and with due caution. Only lawyers I trust is Ducksworth litigation from the Mighty Duck. I had Dorothy crazy. How many of these guys knew about or participated in? Let's all plead the fifth again. Participated or knew about? Well, who knows? Who knows, MTK? That's a great question, though. And that's a question the people at, I was about to say the wrong word. The people at Ninja News can't answer that one. We can't answer that. Somebody asked, where is Mika Galval? He's over here. Now, you ain't seen Mika in no more videos. He the camera guy now. The camera operator now. That baby tired. When that baby came out, let me go back. When that baby came out, I was like, whose black baby is that? When that baby came out, I was like, whose black baby? I'm trying to find a good video of that. Okay. Why she got the baby all up in the videos? Yeah. My coach, who competed against Andre in 2007, knew, so everybody knew at the time. Well, they didn't have testing back in those days, unfortunately. Yeah, they didn't have no testing. Where's Mika Galval? And I don't want to burst any bubbles, but, they didn't have testing back then. So a lot of your favorite athletes, all I remember, I went to Worlds in 2007. All I remember, all of them black belts took off their gi top in the stands, and they all had back knee. So I'm not naming no names. I plead the fifth again. But all your favorite champions, basically. Yeah, all your favorite champions. Yeah, I think I was like, whose baby is this? That baby, look at that. That baby look crazy. Now, I'm not saying your baby ugly, but whoa, hopefully it grows into his face or something. I don't. Okay, who kissing that baby? Is anybody kissing that baby over here? I ain't kissing that baby. No Andre, of course. That baby, I don't know about that baby. That baby definitely from the Amazon. that baby from the Amazon. What kind of Mika, what kind of DNA you got in there, bro? Someone should ask why Hoffa quit competing. MTK between MTK and Hunter Biden over here. Calm down, people. Dorothy says, I spent 9 months in the back cave. What t-shirt was that? Is that real or you just made that up? Yo, yeah. Oh, are you saying you got a back cave? I could believe that though. Say a prayer for Mika Galval. The baby look cute right there. I'm sorry, I'm being. Let me zoom in for you people. Why we laugh? I'm sorry, Mika. We laughing at your baby. Mika, don't come after me. No, Andre. That baby, whose baby is this? If somebody's like, Alex, that's your baby. Wait a second, that's my. This ain't gonna work. Nah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. Nah, that ain't true, bro. Nah, that ain't true, bro. He said newborns look like alien. Nah, Nah, maybe some of your families, some of you people's families, maybe, but not. I don't think so. That baby, leave that baby, let that baby rest. I mean, oh no, look at them crazy eyes, Mika. Look what you did, Mika. Mika got out. Look what you signed up for. Look what you did, Mika. You cooked. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes, Mika. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. Ah! Yeah. Mika, come out. What did you do? Mika, I think you messed up. No, look at her eyes. Dorothy Slippers, look at her eyes. She's still fit. No, but look at her. What her eyes got to do with her being fit? I said, look at her eyes. Them things dilated. Oh no. Mika, you signed up for this. Good luck. Everybody say a little prayer for Mika Cabal. He cannot leave that situation. When a girl look at you like that, you can't leave no more. You're not gonna live. If he try to leave, he ain't gonna live no more. Hello, Snap. Don't wish that on that man. Hello, Snap. Don't you dare wish that on that man like that. You haven't seen him. We haven't seen. That's true. I haven't seen him. He's in the reflection. No, I don't see him there either. There he is. Oh, there he is. There he is. We saw. Little baby, have fun with your daddy before you leave. Don't. He ain't got no titty for you. Just hopped on and see y'all talking about some. Get this woman out of me. Little Mika broke out the back. Oh, Mika broke out. He broke out the back cave. He broke the back cave out. Little Mika broke out of the back cave. Yes, he was tired of being jumbled up in there. Mika need to lose weight. Mika, you need to lose that baby weight, bro. I hope they're doing good, man. But that's gonna be a meat, and by next year, that's gonna be a meat right there, looking like her mom. Okay, let me stop before a meat come after me.
So this is love.
He looked at the baby like, this ain't my baby. That baby got his eyes though. Mika definitely from Manaus. He got Mika's eyes. That baby from Manaus. Alrighty. Mika gonna be like that Riddler searching for the entrance to the Batcave and getting foiled at every turn. For now on, yeah, he not getting back in that Batcave for. He can't get back in that Batcave, especially now, because look, it's 2026. She gotta get ready. That baby got Josiah eyes. Yeah, that baby do got Josiah. Oh, good call, good catch on that, LL Snap. Now me, she gotta get ready for the 2028 Olympics. So, and what happens when girls get pregnant? You gotta be careful after that. So yeah, they gotta be careful. Systematically get into the Batcave. He's not getting into that Batcave no more. It's over. Batcave is shut down. We have caution tape over here. Where's the caution tape? Here we go. Here's a meat. Is that I can't tell if that's a girl or boy on there. The Batcave is closed till after the Olympics. Beautiful family, Mika. Adorable family. My man got sarcasm over here. We do got some more stories. Paragon, shout out to Paragon. I've been over there too. It says, please scroll as we address the recent events in the jiu-jitsu world. Guys, make sure you're supporting the live stream. I got to read all this. I hate reading all this stuff. Jiu-jitsu is more than a sport. It's a community, a discipline, and a place many people call home. That's why it's incredibly sad and deeply concerning to see what's happening in the jiu-jitsu world right now. The environment you choose to train in matters. Feeling safe, comfortable, and respected is not optional. It's essential. A gym should be a place where students can focus on learning, improving, and challenging themselves without fear, pressure, or intimidation. No one should ever feel unsafe stepping onto the mats. Hello Snap says, what if Mush is the baby daddy? Mush, are you the pappy? I'm the pappy. That Mush? Mush quiet. We know much like the snow, and they probably been in the same area during the Olympics. Uh-oh, Mush. Mush, where's Mush at? Come defend yourself, Mush. A gym should be a place where students can focus on learning, improving, and challenging themselves without fear, pressure, or intimidation. No one should ever feel unsafe stepping onto the mats. At Paragon, we take this responsibility very seriously. Any form of abuse, harassment, or misconduct on or off the mats is completely unacceptable. We are committed to creating and maintaining a space where everyone feels protected and supported. It's also incredibly important for people to feel empowered to speak up. Coming forward when something isn't right takes courage, and those voices deserve to be heard, respected, and taken seriously. Silence protects the wrong things. Community and accountability protects people. All these things kind of sound the same. The biggest thing from this Andre story is how annoying everyone is becoming with these multi-slide posts. This has to end. Ain't Ronaldo Jr. in Atos? He teaches at an Atos affiliate, but he is Atos. He might just go over to Legion though. But I don't think he said anything. A lot of the athletes, a lot of these guys look up to Andre, so they probably don't want to. They're probably sad enough as it is. And now here's a new scissor sweep. Says we hope the necessary actions are taken, proper investigations are conducted, and that justice is served for those involved. We appreciate all of our students and collaborators who help us uphold the values of respect and safety and integrity. Our mats are a place of growth, trust, and care for everyone. Okay, Paragon says, okay. Oh, wait, that's pretty interesting. It says, we prioritize transparency and safety through clear accountability. Our facility is equipped with cameras in all common areas to ensure a safe and respectful environment for everyone. If anyone ever has concerns, questions, or feels uncomfortable in any way, we strongly encourage you to reach out to management at any time. Your safety, trust, and well-being matter to us, and we are always here to support and listen. Why don't they just backlist the gym from competition and be done with it? Well, they said they're monitoring the situation, aka we're going to wait until something happens. So that seems to be what most people are going to do. Now, if this was a real sport, you would be on suspension. Andre Galvao would not be allowed to go to tournaments. And honestly, your students, if you want to hurt Atos, I'm not saying do this, but they should suspend all the Atos competitors. And they have to compete somewhere else or something. Cade and Ty is an example of that gotta suck how the person who coached you through ADCC Gold is exposed from that. Well, they're quiet too. They quiet. Don't expect anything from the young people, bro. So we did. Let me see if I can find this article. Remember yesterday at the end of the day. Let me see if I can find it. Let me switch real fast so you guys can't see my messages. CP had, well, not CP, but one of our guys had sent this. And I was like, why am I reading this? Where is that at? Let me find it for you guys. Where is it? Remember, we were reading an article, one of the posts yesterday. Until the investigation is over, just blacklist the gym. See, now that you're making too much sense, Mr. LL Snap. I wonder if they'll pull the Sanji move and just rebrand. Is that what Sanji did? He's not Six Blades anymore. He's still Six Blades. How did Sanji rebrand? Oh, did his brother get in trouble? Blacklist Simple Man while you're at it, and Kingsway. Expecting every black belt to make a comment is still hero worship. What do you mean expecting every black belt to make a comment? Well, if you associate it with so and so branding, maybe you probably do need to make a comment or share a post or something. I don't know. What do you think, Dance Hard or Die? I feel like you need to do something. If you've been Otto's ride or die, you've been the face of the brand for so long. You profited off the Otto's marketing machine. You maybe want to say something, possibly. Hey, I'm leaving Otto's. Okay. I support Alexa. Hey, I support Andre. Why don't they say I support Andre? How about they do that, Dance Hard or Die? Hey, I support Andre Galvao. Don't clip this. I'm saying as an example. Says I could have it wrong, but didn't they rename the original name when his bro Solo got outed? You have to. I think weren't they always Six Blades, or was it something else? You have to let me know. I ain't surprised no more. Luckily, we didn't have the live stream back then, so I didn't follow all that. So we read this earlier yesterday. So it turned out I didn't know what team she was talking about, but it turned out she was talking about Checkmat affiliation. Ellis Snap don't like none of them. Yes, that's true. So we did talk a little bit about Andre. As far as I know, Andre didn't post anything else. All these heroes will be attending Morgali's upcoming return to the mats on February 12th. Only on UFC BJJ. Jiu-Jitsu University. Oh, yeah, before Six Blades. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what happened with... What happened to Solo? I ain't heard nothing about Solo. But that's kind of the old school method, was kind of sweep everything under the rug, right? But now things are changing. So we didn't read this. This is a newer story from yesterday. I think right when I jumped off the live stream, this kind of popped up. It says, I think it's in English too. They don't have the English. Where's the English version at? Let me see if I can find the English version for you people. Song, welcome to this strange world. It can be a little... I don't know why that plays that song. So this is, it says former student moves legal action against Leandro Vieta, brother of the Leo Vieta. Their parents didn't have too much creativity in naming these kids. We keep making these hierarchy speeches. LOL. We've been known jiu-jitsu is a pyramid scheme. That's why most of these gyms got the pyramid in their logo. Most of the gyms have it. L Snap just said exactly what I was about to say. He says, my bad. Just checked. Sanji left the original Hibero Jiu-Jitsu Association Open Six Blades when Solo thing went down. What happened with Solo? Now I can probably imagine what happened. So former student moves legal action against Leandro Vieta for sexual abuse. After a series of reports come to the public, a new case of abuse and omission in jiu-jitsu, Julia Trevino filed a lawsuit against, it's probably a civil case, right? Against Leandro Vieta, one of the founders of Checkmat, on charges of sexual abuse, misconduct, and exploitation of a relationship of authority. So I don't know if that will stick. We got the Brazilian, we don't have the translation. It was the girl earlier that came out and said that. He did make a response too, but let's see the Reddit post first. What I told you, Checkmat has something coming out. Did you tell me that? Well, everybody done had something come out. Gracie Bahat was covering up something a couple weeks ago. I'm sure there's more stuff out here. Says us mediocre folks are about to become the elite folks because all the elites get knocked out of here. Says the new BJJ meta is not sexually assaulting your rolling partners. That sounds about right. Says what is the game set up for this ecological approach? Someone says, do we have some sort of BJJ version? No, pause on me. No, Andre. BJJ version of Epstein files that got released? These things should be talked about, and the public must be made aware of such predators. It's a cascade effect. It takes one victim being brave enough to encourage other victims to speak out. Being victimized by someone you admire and respect can be incredibly disheartening, and when the people around you, example Gaval's wife, that are supposed to protect your abuser, it can be very isolating and make victims choose to stay silent. Predators go where they have access to their prey. Catholic priests. We're not going to talk about the Catholic priest over here. Teachers, janitor. Yeah, predators everywhere. Someone says, sadly, little is done, if anything. I know two who spoke out about one instructor and owner, both of Gracie Baja. Gracie Baja? Both put on blinders and said nothing happened. Several others also had issues with the same instructor and owner, but were afraid to come forward. There was even a thread about said instructor once on here and how he was being protected by them. When everyone plays dirty, the risk of reprimanding an abuser might also expose your own behavior. Says the civil case was filed in Santa Clara County Superior Court. I can't read. Guys, make sure you're supporting the live stream because I can't read no more. This was civil case was filed in January 2025 in California, and plaintiff is alleging molestation and rape. Oh, that is not good. Checkmate. Well, Checkmate got money, so they can get him off possibly, or no, Andre, get him off the charges, or they might have to. He probably gonna have to pay some money. You're gonna have to open up that wallet. Now, if you want to hurt a Brazilian black belt, make them open up their wallet. You want to hurt a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, make them open up that wallet. He says, I can't find anything concrete. See, yeah, so, and you know what? Whatever he did, I probably believe. And then somebody gonna jump on here, where's the proof? And knowing full well that man ran through that whole academy, possibly, allegedly. There's always rumors of inappropriate stuff with Saulo, and allegedly that's what motivated Saulo to move back to Brazil. The thing is, people, you hear rumors and you probably seen some stuff, but nobody said anything. And then somebody online going to say, where's the proof? Knowing full well, Saulo probably did, allegedly, possibly did what they said he did. Snap, Ricardo Vieta is shady. Oh, no. Don't ruin don't say that. Allegedly let me not read that. I'm not going to read what he's saying. It's showing up on the screen. Oh, wow. Okay. Jesus. Oh, that's the other brother. Oh, okay. Leo Vieta, you need to. I hope Leo Vieta is good, though. I hope Leo Vieta is good. So whenever I say Brazilians do that, people get upset. But that's where I learned all this from. I didn't learn this behavior from American people. Where did I learn this behavior from? Where did I see this behavior being done all the time? Not in the American community. Says January 2025. So this is the year. Oh, so this is a year-old case that only gets attention now due to Atos. Maybe they put the wrong year on there. Says honestly, people don't really want to address it unless they have to, and I don't see the public outcry over Atos lasting too long either. It's just getting this spotlight because of how big a name Galvao and Atos are. Says almost all high-profile athletes have left Atos, and so have tons of gyms. It's hard to tell since we don't have reliable numbers and things are still unfolding, but there is zero doubt that Atos is a top-tier affiliation. As a top-tier affiliation is finished, so is Atos as a major player in high-level competition. So is Atos as a major player in high-level competition. They may or may not be able to stay afloat as an affiliation with a small number of loyalist gyms, but they are ruined. They definitely messed up the bag, though. If it's true, Leo must be oh. Well, Leo, who's the oldest brother? Is Leo the oldest? Dude, I'm here in the UFC trying to do stuff. They keep dragging my name. Is he with the UFC? I thought he was with one championship. No. In Houston Jiu-Jitsu, all of the gyms are getting together to put out Gracie. Oh, uh-oh. The Houston gyms are rioting. Says a few years ago, shouldn't this be a criminal case? Civil case. Yes, a civil case. A few years ago in Brazil, one person spoke out about suffering years of abuse by a very well-known capoeira master. Uh-oh. In one of the most respectable groups ever. Soon enough, other victims came out too because they felt now they could be heard. Because for years they feared they wouldn't be believed. Abusers rely on their authority, figure, and relationship with the athletes or victims. So if one speaks out and is heard, others will have the courage to speak out. Dun, 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 dun. That's all I saw with that. He did put out a statement. I guess we'll read that in a little bit. Someone says, WTF, I attended a seminar with him recently. This is so disappointing. So this is why, live streams like this are important. And because, people in the jiu-jitsu community, they not too involved with the sport. They don't know nothing. So we have to continue educating people. He's the oldest. He worked with ONE FC. Okay. He's not with ONE FC no more? Okay. Either way, it's not a good look on his brand. Checkmate. He's like, my brothers keep messing everything up. So someone says, same had him like 3 years ago and was amazing and had probably the best energy with the class out of any guest instructor we had. I hope it isn't true, but usually coming forward, it's so hard for the victims that it tends to be the majority of the time. Yeah, it's pretty tough. So a lot of people went to seminars with this guy. You guys probably went to a seminar with that guy and didn't know. You waiting on the stuff with Gordon Ryan to come out? Well, hopefully Gordon Ryan's still around when all that happens. He looked like he'd been speed running life to get out of here. It's almost like I side with you, Vieta. These allegations are always baseless. Yeah. We were an Atos affiliate in Dubai. Oh, wow. We got Dubai over here. And we just ended the affiliation. Entropy Jiu-Jitsu. Okay, if you guys are in Dubai, go check out Entropy. I got a homeboy over there somewhere. Ahmed. BJJ seriously needs a moral code? Well, we call that judo. Too many predators and racists are ruining the reputation of this art. Well, I would argue that the predators and racists always been a part of this art. At least since the 1920s. Says judo has won and seems to be much better with this, but there is still abuse. There is abuse in judo's not completely innocent. Kayla Harrison, she had issues with her coach. I do have her book. I haven't read it yet. I do have the Kayla Harrison book for research purposes, of course. Hey, Kayla looked good right there, though. Yo, her makeup was looking good that day. Hey, Kayla. That makeup was looking good that day. She looked, you know what? Let me plead the fifth. Very fast. Plead the fifth over here. No, that's her book. I don't think they had AI back then. Shut up. Who said that? Shut up. Don't say that about Kayla. Now, her neck's injured, so I don't know if we can be together no more. I need that neck working. Hey, yo, that neck got to be working over here. No, Andre. Yes, Andre. No, that was a good one, bro. Shut up. That was a good one. Look, that was a good one. Let me go big mode so you guys can actually see it. That's a good look. Kayla Harrison look good right there. Hey, Kayla. Hey, listen. If you look like that when I'm around, with the full makeup on, okay. No, you gotta always have the full makeup on for me though. He says, I was just keeping up with the time-honored tradition of jiu-jitsu founders. Yeah. What's Andre's defense? Oh, Andre's keeping the traditions alive. Patrick says, weather report. That neck got to be 16 inches. Well, you know what? She just had that neck surgery, so she out of commission. Okay, so, there's some issues with the judo world, too. Oh, they brought up, oh, no. We'll leave that for another day. We can't ruin the image of judo. Okay, well, that's true. Same thing in wrestling, too. Was anybody here when we went to, was it, you can search all the, whenever people get in trouble with like USA Judo, all the sports in America, you can see when people got in trouble. Like wrestling, you can see for judo, you can see anytime someone got in trouble. We did that one day. We just kind of went through all the sports. Speaking of Kayla, did you see that weird Ariel interview where they went back and forth about Ali being a main character? Which Ali? Which Ali are you talking about? She fully defended him. The Abid, the promoter dude, the management guy. Oh, the manager guy. LL Snap said we gotta leave him alone. That's the one person. LL Snap said leave him alone. Kenta's abuse. Oh, his coach was abusive to him. They different in Japan though. Back in the day, the Japanese, they you guys got the image of the coach with the shinai hitting people. The Japanese, and I'm gonna throw Korea in there too. They be doing too much over there. You sound like a creep. Who? I sound like how? Why do I sound like a creep? Because I said you've been screen recording. He said I'm screen recording. Well, you don't. This is live on YouTube. This is live on YouTube. Did you not know that? He said you sound like a creep. Why do I sound like a creep? The only thing I said that was not even creepy, respectfully, I said Kayla Harrison's fine. Look. He said you sound like a creep. That's some old school Japanese, yeah. Well, the old school Japanese coaches. I got this person saying I sound like a creep. Come back when you doctor. Oh, the Asian family. Perfecto said I sound like a creep. And they're screen recording the live broadcast that's on YouTube forever. Okay. But yeah, LO Snap said leave that man alone. So we did kind of look into him a little bit. He got a lot going on. And I got this person saying I'm a creep. Thank you. You sound like a bot. So judo. Oh, because I said judo. Hey, we love judo over here. Robert Tisdale, who is that? What are you talking about, Dance Hard Die? So judo does have its. I mean, all these sports got something, bro. All these sports got something. What's up, Arya? What's up, brother? Says it happens hugely disproportionately in BJJ. We're talking about the Andre and Checkmat stuff going on right now. Thank you, LO Snap. He said I'm a creep for liking this lady. I'm a creep for liking Kayla Harrison. If that makes me a creep, Robert Tisdale. Who is Tisdale? Robert Drysdale? Is Gray Saku? No, I like it. If that's what Kayla, I hope that's what she looked like in real life. I'm not a creep. I bought this. This is an actual book. Yeah. See, this is pretty relevant. What an Olympic champion story can teach us about recognizing and preventing child sexual abuse and helping kids recover. Look, if anything, we need this more now than ever in this sport. I am not a creep for having this. Now, if I had a Gianni Grippo, if I was making Gianni Grippo, thank you, Dance Hard Die. If I was making Gianni Grippo, who knows? It means piggy bank. Aria doing research. If I was a creep, I would be making poems about Gianni Grippo. Ole, ole, ole. Stop it. No. Hey, that's what I want her to look like when she come around me. Cofrinho means a piggy bank. Josiah low-key losing it right now. Why he losing it? He been losing it. Gray Saku's a troll? Oh, I mean, I probably knew that. Thanks, Dance Hard to Die. Listen, I mean, we're going to get more trolls. The dude relapsed. Oh, well, that's not my fault. You know what we'll do when we get the t-shirt? When we get the t-shirt ready, we'll donate some money to Josiah or to some mental health or something. We'll donate a little bit of money, not all the money, a little bit of money, because we need money over here. We'll donate to some mental health charity or something. Now, I won't give that money to Josiah because he might use that for nefarious actions. Let's switch to Josiah's stream. Hell no. No, we don't do that no more. Yeah, we don't do that anymore. No. I'm not gonna donate to the guy. I'll donate to mental health or something. Yeah, I'd rather donate to a good cause. We'll donate in his name. But yeah, we're not going to watch that no more. He's not allowed on this live stream. We don't really support what he's doing. We might joke a little bit every now and again. It says the BJJ weirdos going to make their own team when they can do all their weird stuff. Well, they can do that in prison. That's where they can make their team. LO Snap ain't giving no money to. Now, LO Snap was about to drop some real money on Josiah. LO Snap was this close to dropping some real money on Josiah. And Riker, yeah, send him to Rikers. Yeah, send him to Rikers. Andre's story, hard on creeps. They thinking, why didn't he moan? Dorothy Slippers ain't gonna forget that. Andre Galval gave Dorothy Slippers so much ammo, he ain't never gonna forget. Relapsing on Grippo is a wild statement. Who Josiah? Josiah need to be sent to Rikers too. LO Snap ain't gonna give that man no money. LO Snap still upset. LO Snap still upset over Josiah. We tried to help him, but he got some real issues, and he don't want to be helped. That's his biggest issue. He don't really want to be helped, so we can't do nothing with him. The only thing I can do is just not make light of the situation, but someone says, what does it say about the instructor staying at Atos HQ at this time? Well, they might not be able to leave. If you're a lot of these people from Brazil, their visa, they have a work visa. They basically they're tied to the business. So what they would have to do is find another business that will sponsor them and take on the legal and other fees and stuff they have to do. Who knew that Gianni was so addicting? Well, Josiah's got a type, he just needs to accept he part of the Rainbow Coalition. But Grippo, look at Grippo. Grippo living his best life. Shout out to Grippo. Someone says, with everything currently happening at Atos, it's clear the situation has made a major impact on the community. Several head coaches, instructors, employees, students, and even families with children have chosen to leave. One question we don't know is how many people actually left Atos, the school. So it could be in the hundreds. This is costing Galval several hundreds of thousands of dollars. What's up, CP? CP, CP, did you finish your project, CP? We were just talking about Josiah. I don't think you ever met Josiah, CP. That's probably for the best. They're saying with everything happening at Altos, they've probably lost a lot of students. I'm genuinely curious to hear everyone's perspective on this. Personally, I'm both heartbroken and surprised. It's difficult for me to understand how someone could choose to stay amid all of this. Some people don't have a choice. They stuck there and still feel comfortable being associated with the situation. San Diego's expensive, and you got a good job at Atos HQ. It's gonna be hard to find another position like that in San Diego. Do you guys not realize how many gyms are in San Diego? There's a ton of them. What they call Mick Gracie's over there. There's more jiu-jitsu schools than McDonald's over there. He says, just the fact that Galvao responded quickly and blamed it all on admin changes and financial changes, as if everyone that trained there since kids would leave for dumb reasons like that. Bad luck. He definitely did not handle that properly, I don't think. Heartbroken is the link word to ChatGPT. Dorothy. Someone says, these situations are extremely complex, or at least feel that way when you're smack dab in the middle of them. From the outside looking in, it's easy to make a sweeping judgment. Important to give grace to people still embroiled in it, as they are victims too. Andre has a responsibility to his staff and his students and his family. He needs to step down, to maintain and support the network he's built. So as things start to crumble, the shockwaves will be felt far and wide. For those impacted, there will be a lot of confusion, anger, and instability, and people may not make the best decisions in the immediate moment. So yeah, give people some space and grace through all of this. Lots of collateral damage. Someone says, imagine for a moment that Andre gets exonerated. Well, some of these guys, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, to be honest. Once your reputation gets damaged, that's it, man. Someone says, you don't understand why people don't quit their jobs on a dime in a country where 45% of households can't afford a surprise $400 expense. Again, California is expensive. You can't quit your job in California. It says, I work for the government. My landlord doesn't care if the government shuts down. My rent is due when it's due. Got to pay the bills. Someone says, I'm a lawyer, so my take is likely different from most. Are these naked accusations? And if not, what are the details? You don't sound like a lawyer. So I messaged Jimmy. What would happen to Galvao's family like Sarah afterwards? After what? After this? From this situation? Well, she's already, seminars, people canceling seminars. I think Andre, to do damage control, would need to retire, step down from Atos leadership, go back to Brazil, and he can still run the program from Brazil, but he would no longer be allowed on the premises, and something like that. Maybe have I don't know if you could have Angelica in charge. She'd probably be under fire too, so maybe have Sarah or someone else take over the leadership until further notice or something like that. Anything's better than what he did. Did you see the new Virginia tax proposals? Tax on gym memberships. You wonder what kind of tax? Mush. Well, it's not Maryland. Okay. Why Virginia? Virginia, you you gotta have money to live in Virginia too. Someone says, I'll add that in chaotic situations, a lot of opportunists take advantage to break contractual obligations. If you're paying thousands of dollars a year to Andre Galvao, now, hey, I get to save $5,000 a year. Okay. Some of these people are happy. Keen's Kimono don't have to pay Galvao no more. That's potentially thousands of dollars right there a month. He says, I can imagine Sarah taking the lead, but the gaslighting she allegedly did is not a good look for her. Well, she would, they need to hire a PR company. Leave the Chat GPT alone. The PR company probably using Chat GPT too. But they've made a lot of miscalculations. This is a new age. What used to work back in the 2000s and before, you can't do no more. The Gracie playbook from the 1920s don't work no more. There's too much transparency in the world. And you know what? What really got out is the girl that came out. If that girl Alexa didn't say nothing, you guys, where's the proof? You guys would be loud as anything. Now they kind of quiet. It says a ton. Electric blower, dry cleaning, gym memberships, dog grooming. It made the news cycle 2 days ago. What did? Oh, the Virginia. Wait, what's being taxed? They're taxing everything? What's going on with Virginia? It's her dad, though. I think she sees this a bit different than others, understandably so. Gaslighting is her defending her father without knowing much. The only issue is these are her friends that her father was, allegedly messing around with. So she's in a hard place. She is in a hard place. Well, hey, thank God it's not me. I didn't mess up. Let me mess up. You guys won't even let me talk. You guys barely let me talk on my live stream. Yeah, she's in a hard place right now. Maybe is there somebody they can lead the gym to? Or I don't know. Not lead the gym. Yeah, is there someone that can step up, or that would step up and kind of take over the program? Murasaki already dipped. Everybody. JT dipped. I'm not sure who could possibly take over. And maybe someone else that's got some wisdom. If she knew anything about that, it would be crazy. Involving their kid in the actions is rough. Well, remember all the potential victims were kids in the program alongside Sarah Gavao. So maybe she didn't know of anything, but it's affecting her from multiple angles. I don't know what we're reading right now. Which reminds me, I did see another girl from Atos. There's a couple girls from Atos that said something. Bro, I'm jumping around today. What did Dan Lucart say? Let's see what Dan Lucart. We like Dan Lucart over here. Dan Lucart says, you guys can't even see. He says, you guys don't understand safe sport. It does not exist for only training and certification. They have a reporting, independent investigative, and sanction component to it. Think how USADA is for performance-enhancing drugs. The training component is really to help the coaches and adults avoid inadvertent and avoidable issues, i.e. sexual jokes, crossing personal and professional social boundaries, and the like. This allows organizations like the IBJJF, who may have personal relationships with accused people or not be experts in this area, to allow an independent investigation and discipline if appropriate. When will I get a red belt? I'll be really old, Arya. In about 15, I'll get a coral belt, red and black, in about 15 more years. So red belt, we're probably not going to get a red belt. The Gracie's not giving any more red belts. The new meta is going to be live streaming your gym for safety purposes. Well, that could backfire too. That might backfire too. The discipline, if appropriate, is also proportional to the offenses and handled by people who have a strong background with similar cases. Just like USADA, IBJJF don't care about USADA. They don't care about safe sport. The IBJJF likely retained the ultimate authority to implement the disciplinary action recommended by Safe Sport. In Olympic sports, which we're not, safe sport is actually mandated by Congress, which we are not a real sport. Sanctions range from training restrictions with conditional penalties, probationary periods, education only, no contact directives, no unsupervised coaching and training, and all the way up to lifetime bans involving legal action. There are certain conditions where they automatically trigger law enforcement notification, and some where they don't. This is particularly useful when encountering a pattern of behavior that might be inappropriate but not necessarily criminal. The centralized disciplinary database is public information. We've been on there before. To date, there are no complaints against BJJ coaches, which is likely a function of BJJers not knowing what the heck safe sport is. Well, Mr. Dan Lukehart, the safe sport training is only for black belts. The safe sport training is only for black belts. Now, if IBJJF would mandate it for everybody, we wouldn't know all this stuff. And not only is it only mandated for black belts, it's only mandated for black belts that get certified. So he's a smart guy. But listen, I don't have safe sport for jiu-jitsu. I haven't done safe sport training. I was supposed to do it for USA Wrestling, which I still need to, or USA Grappling. But there is no, you don't have to do safe sport for as a black belt unless you want to get certified by IBJJF. You want to get a certificate from IBJJF, which most people don't want to do because it costs $400. How did we go from civilized people and respected gyms and teachers to creeps, gooners, and Gordon Ryan's wife? Yes, she needs her own topic. We talk about her a lot, Aria. Thank you. We've been following her for several months now. Who posted that? Scissored Sweep. To date, there are no complaints against BJJ coaches. Well, there should be more. It says, your academy must be a safe sport academy, a.k.a. IBJJF certified. Well, yeah, most academies that compete. A lot of, Dan, you know a lot of academies not in IBJJF. They're not IBJJF certified. Says, there is a way to report, and it's done here. So, I guess you guys can report that. Now, most gyms probably don't even remember. Most people, they do the training, they don't even remember. For instance, I didn't know that you could report that on Safe Sport. No one really wants to deal with IBJJF. Yeah, people. Dan Lukehart really does like. He likes them, but a lot of people don't like IBJJF. Most of these gyms don't want to pay no money to IBJJF. I think if you're listed as an instructor, so say you're Atos, but you live in Atlanta, you're going to be under Bruno Frazzato. So they would have the safe sport training. But say you're an athlete, you're a colored, lower belt athlete, you don't have any safe sport. Most gyms you go to don't have no code of conduct, but they don't have safe sport posted anywhere. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I knew in other sports, but I didn't know we could do that for jiu-jitsu. Because it's for profit business. Yeah, well, that's true. There we go. CP's right. And most of the coaches probably not paying attention to anything anyway. I mean, again, who's the one assaulting all the students? Allegedly. It's the coaches. You think the predator is going to tell you how to report them? The predator ain't going to tell you how to report them. This is one of the girls from Atos. She kind of fine. I'm not gonna lie. She's married to Nasir. Good. He did good on that one. Respectfully, before somebody calls me a creep. That's why I only train with ugly. Okay, Spirit of Justice, plead the fifth. Spirit of Justice, please stop. You have a poster of Bushido. Okay, you got a different type of gym. She says, for reference, her and her husband have been with Atos for a long time. I don't know. Everybody put your eyes on Spirit of Justice today. Spirit of Justice saying some suspect stuff today. Put your eyes on Spirit of Justice, everybody. Put your eyes on Spirit of Justice. Dorothy Slippers got assaulted by a white belt. Okay, dang, Dorothy. Well, okay, report it to Safe Sport. Somehow report it to Safe Sport if you know how to use it. Laura says, I made the decision to step away. I don't even know. I think you guys can see it. We got a lot of people with bad eyesight over here. There we go. I made the decision to step away from Atos HQ due to recent events. As a woman, a black belt in this sport who has been training for 16 years, and someone who has been part of this family since 2015, I feel a responsibility to advocate for women and for safety in the spaces we train in. I stand with women and I stand with victims. Dorothy gonna monitor you. Yeah, thank you, Dorothy. What most people don't understand is that Atos was never just one person. Atos was a family. Man, that's how they get you. It was people in the room every day, the teammates, the coaches, the students, the friendships, the sacrifices, and the love for the art. And what has happened didn't just affect a gym, it shook an entire community. It broke trust. It changed lives. It hurt people who gave years of their hearts to something they truly believed in. The Atos I remember, the friendships, the memories, the lessons will always live in my heart. My black belt was the result of many great minds and beautiful people, pause on that, no Andre, who helped me grow into the sport. Michael Liera, Dominique Bell, Keenan, Rolando, Nasir, Heather, Jafiela, and many, many more. Not a byproduct of one person. If I can't hand out street justice, why am I doing jiu-jitsu? Dorothy, calm down. When I first started training jiu-jitsu, I was the only female in the room and I felt safe. My brother always made sure it was a safe space for me, and that meant everything. That's why this hurts so deeply, because every woman deserves to feel protected, respected, and safe when she steps onto the mat. I would argue every student deserves to feel safe on the mat. He says you got, okay. Okay. Oh, you're not joking? Okay. He said you're not joking. Okay. To every woman in the sport, if you speak up, I believe you. If you feel unsafe, you deserve to be protected. It takes courage to tell the truth, especially when it's uncomfortable, or when people try to silence you. I will always stand with women who choose to speak up, because your safety matters. Women support women, and it's my responsibility to stand for anyone who feels unsafe and for those who are brave and courageous enough to speak up. It's not a good time to be a predator. Guard pass equals massive belly flop. Oh, well, you'll be okay. Reported as safe sport. That's all I'm saying now. Someone says on BJJ Everything, why is Andre being treated as guilty before his court date? The Brazilians are kind of, I feel like the Brazilian crew, where Brazilian crew at? They kind of split between he's innocent to, wait for more stuff to come out. American crew, we ain't waiting. He guilty now. The social media court got him. Social media court got him. Let me take a break from reading. We're going to watch a little bit of Adele. Finally, Gordon checking in. Let me take a little break. We're going to watch Adele. Give my voice my throat a break. No Andre.
Tape for this one. It is a women's bantamweight match. Selmavik from Team Trondheim in Norway taking on the double ADCC gold medalist Adele Fornerio from Australia. And do we think we're going to see the guard of Fornerio here?
Hopefully we should be able to watch this, because I can watch Flow Grappling content. So hopefully Polaris don't hit me with nothing, because they used to do that. So we'll watch, and I'll be careful. I don't know why Adele got that close to finishing with the twister and didn't do it. Well, we're gonna watch it together.
I mean, she has an amazing close guard. So I'd expect her to try and play that. Also, a really great foot-locking game as well. Selma in on the single leg, though. Nice entry from Selma.
I think we're going to see perhaps a little bit more of a well-rounded game from Adele today. Perhaps looking to play top position, showing that she's grown so much since that 2024 ADCC run.
I mean, you look at what she did at Worlds not that long ago in 2025. An armbar win followed by 2 straight ankle locks. But it's a feeling out process here in the first minute. And of course, this is a much longer super fight than what we've been seeing so far this evening in the squads events.
Beautiful entry.
Oh, she cut the angle so well, didn't she? Swept all the way around the outside. She's got a good bite here, but
Up to the body lock as well. Really nice work from Selma.
Great defensive work from Adele.
Trying to hop through that Uchimata. Can't quite do it, though.
She's baiting that move right there.
Oh,
finally
completed
Yeah,
gets
that.
she's baiting that.
Defensive work from Adele.
I don't suggest
Up to
people
the
do
body
that.
lock as well. Really nice work from Selma.
Great defensive work from Adele.
Trying to hop through that Uchimata. Can't quite do it, though.
Oh,
finally
completed
gets
that.
it. Selma dropping into the deep half momentarily.
The persistence gets it done for the Australian.
Yeah, but Selma showing that she comes to scrap, right?
Absolutely.
Not being intimidated by who Adele is and what she's done.
How different is it for these competitors, guys? There's almost nowhere they're going to compete where there's a rounds format anymore.
Yeah.
Very, very rare. Adele does have that experience, having competed the CGI women's bracket, of course. Fell to Helena Cravar in the opening round there, but that was a similar
It was a
situation.
very close match.
Very close.
Very.
Adele was
some would
using her
say quite
hair.
controversial
Unfair hair
match as
advantage. Unfair hair advantage over there.
Adele sitting back in the guard now. Back to her bread and butter.
Unfair hair
Yeah,
advantage.
I mean, that's where I would have expected her to kind of play after that. Like, you know, she did manage to counter Selma's attack, but it was a great shot by Selma.
Yeah, she's got a bite here. Vic trying to
This Norwegian girl's doing pretty good though.
split the legs.
Selma did a great job of retracting her leg out. Adele does a great job of just pummeling her legs towards the inside and then starting to isolate out the leg. See, she's managed to get it. She's got the capture now and she's building up to top position.
Almost going for the back there, but Vic does a good job of stuffing that. And it's Adele in top position now.
It looks like Selma did a good job
2
researching
minutes to go in
Adele.
this first round.
Nice inversion from Selma, cutting that angle.
A little bit of
They're
De La
trying to
Riva.
kick that leg off, but in doing so has exposed it, and now
what did you guys
Selma
call it?
wrestles up
Pudding
back
guard?
to top position. Very
Pudding-
nicely done.
Yeah.
Again, this is a submission tournament, right? So it don't really matter to the sweeps.
So Vic moving around on top position here again, threatening the leg momentarily.
This is kind of Adele's game.
Yeah, I mean, she's pushing a
with the
really
knee
solid
shield.
pace.
I guess he calls it
Very,
chopstick
very
guard.
wide and bassy, putting pressure on this half guard and this knee shield.
I mean, this is the first round so far. Very close.
Yeah, it is super close. You know, I mean, even the takedown that Adele got, it came from Selma's shot, right? And then, you know, Adele did get on top, but Selma swept back.
Little Choi bar. Nice.
Oh, good bite on this though.
Choi bar here,
Yeah, it gets her turned all the way over.
rolling through for the
Nice
arm
defense.
Beautiful escape though from her.
She
Yeah,
must
get-
she must have watched my Adele video.
Oh,
stepped
good
through.
bite on this though.
bar. Choi bar here,
She pinned the bottom
Yeah,
leg
gets
and
her turned all
kind
the way
of jumped
over.
through a
Rolling
little
through for
bit.
the arm
That was
bar.
nice.
Beautiful
I need to
escape
try
though
that.
from
That was
Selma.
nice.
Dealt with it very well.
That was pretty nice. If you guys joining us, we're gonna get back to Andre and the other scandals. I just gotta take a little break.
and it's always great to see these up and comers.
Nice,
Nice
move.
passing here.
They take these big step ups in competition, and looking.
So
Selma Vic right now looking like she absolutely should be on this mat against someone on the level of Adele.
Oh, excellent
good
entry.
transition though.
This is not where Selma wants to be. Adele's very good with this wrap, over
man,
wrap
about to set
armbar
her up.
position.
Control of the right
you
side
know
of
she's
it
got the
here
mirror lock. She's
in
got
this
sit up
close guard.
sweeps.
Not a lot of time to work though. It's a
triangles.
little late in the round to put it to as much use as she may
Watching
like.
this is way more enjoyable than reading corporate
Yeah, I
scripts.
think Selma's aware of that and just
We're
keeping
gonna
her
get back
hand
to that.
central.
Don't worry.
Immediately trying to stand up out of it, even though there's only a small time left. Beautiful job by Selma
going
to
pretty good.
maintain top position too.
Very, very good, very close, competitive first round.
Where in
Yeah,
Norway
for the
does she
books.
train?
First 5 minutes
Where in
through,
Norway does she train?
and we're going to get a fairly quick decision on the judges
One in the red corner.
Then it's
board.
We'll get back to the main story after
immediately
this.
choosing to sit this time.
Adele going right to her
Yeah, I had a
guard.
suspicion she was going to do that
Chopstick
second
guard.
round.
Choi bar. Mirror lock. I think the girl just
Wrist
researched
control
Adele.
here.
So that's
On
the
the
issue.
left
Once you
wrist.
get better, people start researching you. So you got to keep adapting. But if you
Underhook
keep
in
playing the
leg
same
now.
game. Look at LO Snap. You guys don't remember LO Snap.
Thank
He
you
never
to
used to like
our
watching the
sponsors,
girls.
Pineapple.
But
If
now
you want
he's
to get into
changed.
crypto but found it complicated, Pineapple makes it simple. You can buy, trade, and discover projects early, all in one place. Visit
someone's toupee ever came off a cop. Not that I know of.
pineappledex.com to
Now,
find out more.
Mario Hayes,
Nice triangle attempt
Marcio
there from
Fetosa.
Adele almost catching it.
Marcio
Selma does a
Fetosa,
great
he
job of
was wearing
escaping.
a
lot of
hair
scramble here.
plug
She tries to
cap.
pass the guard.
That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, I mean, these are really fun scrambles from both ladies.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Selma just refusing to go on the bottom now.
Yeah, doing a great job of maintaining top
They're
position.
competitive. They're trying
Fornerino
stuff, you know.
working with that
Yeah.
overhook
Little
on
key
the left
master
side
here.
as well.
Yeah, she's got it again, and she's got a.
Watch that triangle.
Well, she has the mirror lock as well from here.
When
that
the
she's
ladies
very
go to
good
truck
at.
almost twister, you have
Like
to
Selma's
watch.
keep being very disciplined with that arm, trying to keep it
Triangle possibly
very
here.
tight to the body.
Interesting there as
Oh, wow.
Adele releases the overhook on that right arm of Vic, but Vic keeps that arm in the same position.
Yeah. Now Adele's got that arm trap. She's holding
I don't see
tight to the
why
body.
he's so interested
Like Selma's
in that.
keep being very disciplined with that arm, trying to keep it
Of course you got her arm
very
out.
tight to the
Why
body.
would she keep her
Interesting
arm
there
there?
Oh, wow.
Adele releases the overhook on that right arm of Vic, but Vic keeps that arm in the same position.
Yeah. Now Adele's got that arm trap. She's holding
Sit up
onto the
sweep,
wrist.
yeah. Adele
trying
kind of
to
does the same
set
game.
up all the way through here.
Good job from
some
Selma.
old school jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We might have mapped out Adele's
Old
game
school is
too
the
well.
new school. We
We
discussed
got to
this
be
on the
careful about
prelims.
that. Sorry, Adele.
Yeah, go back and
Matrix,
check out all the prelims
Keymaster,
live and free
okay.
on, or not live anymore, but free on YouTube.
Selma's
They're
in
in a
on her own
50-50,
Aoki lock here, but she's kind of playing with fire.
Nice inversion by Selma.
Nice work from Vic, inverting and picking up other
He's really playing that
threats
De La
on the
Hiva to
legs,
the
but
right side, which is
like you
good.
said,
Bolo
Tom,
style.
dangerous.
Nah, she
Back
looks
take,
like
here
she's
we go,
chasing the
truck
back
back.
here.
Truck
Beautiful
entry.
work from Adele.
Really
Nice.
nice sequence
Let's see
here.
that again. That was
back.
pretty nice. It was kind of like a Bolo counter.
Nah, she looks
Yeah,
like she's chasing
kinda
the
like a
back
bolo
here.
counter.
Beautiful work from Adele.
Really nice sequence here. She's
Hey,
Trying to
go
wrestle
for the
it
back.
as well.
Oh,
it
she's-
looks like she's underneath
oh,
the
across the
neck.
face, big squeeze,
Oh,
and
and
that's
tap.
a quick tap.
Submission.
Second round submission for Adele Fornerino in this bantamweight match.
Fantastic finish there and great performance, and you got to hand it to Selma Vic. Look, really, really good throughout that. I thought that was a really entertaining back and forth match.
Okay, that wasn't bad. Re-bolo the bolo, yeah. Well, that's how you beat a bolo. Someone just sent me something. I'm trying not to say names anymore. What'd you send me? Are they still with I guess the other teams haven't left yet. Is that a seminar? 11 hours ago? Okay, let's look over there. Sarah Gaval, let's see what Sarah Gaval was up to. If I look up the name, you're gonna know who gave me the information. She's strong. Once she got the arm around the neck, it's over. Well, yeah. Yeah, for sure. She should have taken the twister the Goon Squad would have needed to assemble. You know, Sarah Gaval's still out here. We'll watch the story a little bit. Okay. Why are these stories so short? Can you guys hear the audio? But why this story so short? Let me go back. The story about 2 seconds long. So they had Sarah Gaval there. We need sound on to the tape. Dorothy Slivers need to stop. Mr. Marlon, what's up? Showing a woman's fight, smart considering the current climate. Well, I was actually taking a break, Mr. Marlon. My voice, I've been talking for 2 hours. We got to take a little break, and we're getting back to the main stories, though. So we're looking at Sarah. She's teaching a seminar over there in Zurich, Switzerland. So She living her best life. She ain't worried about nothing over there. She ain't defending her daddy or nothing. I don't know why it's not playing the audio.
My armpit to get to see the legs. Okay? So again, you need like, I don't know what to drill back.
Can you guys hear? I don't know. The audio's acting weird. The audio acting weird. I don't know what the heck's going on. One thing I will say is these Atos gyms have a lot of girls. That's something we forget about. Was a little scratchy. It was the audio in the video, I think. These Atos gyms have a lot of girls. Atos San Diego HQ had a ton of girls, so you know that's not a good look. That ain't not a good look.
Is the best way, especially when the person turns fast. Because a lot of people, as soon as you pass, their normal instinct is to turtle if they don't want to use the legs. You have to be a back and
Yep. Called you up.
You don't feel too comfortable coming up on the leg because you feel under her legs to my opposite hand, keeping my chest closed. Now, as I when you're here, you slide, and as I center my body, I'm going to grab the leg, and I'm going to use this to bump her forward. So I'm going to
Look at all those girls,
butt,
man.
and I'm bumping her forward until she bases. Okay. From here,
Turn the audio down. Look at all those girls there.
come up to your knees, catch the leg, and side smash, and just stay here. Okay. We're doing side smash. Pass the sleeve. Take my leg out, grab the pants, make her twist, turn on my side until her knee is off of my belly. You can come up on your elbow, up on your knees. Transition of taking them down with the single leg. If you keep it between, I basically keep her knee on the floor. So I give her
Are they trying to show these stories to act like nothing happened? Yes. CP. Correspondent CP. Too accurate. Long story, Jesus Christ. They filming the floor. They filming everything.
So yeah, I gave you the guys option and you don't have to hold it. Yes, you would. Right.
And you guys know CP he like Atos Zurich.
Any other question?
That's his favorite
Once you
gym.
guys understood picking the butt part and making them post, it became a lot easier for you guys to come on.
CP like Atos Zurich.
It's so nice. It's so much easier. You guys like connect the dots, you know? Sometimes with the guys, it's like It's so rough, and they just want to muscle through everything. So now,
CP, CP.
said purposeful drop here, pass the sleeves, grab the hips, and now I make them roll. When I roll, I'm going to use my hand and I'm punching her leg to make her fall. Because you might feel like the person's going to be heavy. Okay? So make sure that when we fall on our back, not.
Alright, Sarah, we're here at the Europeans. Can you tell me a little bit about the decision that you made not to fight with Sarah Galbao?
Yeah, sure. This decision was made by, of course, not just us, but our coaches. We listen to what, of course, our professor says. We're from the same team, even though we don't train together. We're a team, you know. My professor is her uncle and
family.
head professor's brother, so it wasn't really our intention to make this fight. I already came here knowing, hoping to get to the finals together.
Okay.
And I know it was going to be the decision to close out. But maybe next time I can come in another weight category and hopefully both of us can get the gold.
Girl, just fight her.
Yeah.
Just fight her, girl.
That you actually wanted to get to the finals, and you got to the finals. So
Just fight her.
you got your gold here in the Europeans. I saw your fight. You're classifying for the finals, and actually,
Should have just fought. Is that where she gonna be? Okay, so that's what Sarah's doing now. She ain't said I'm defending my daddy. My daddy's innocent. She didn't say none of that yet. Where is Sarah Galbao? She ain't defending her father at all. So we've been talking a little bit about Leandro Vieira. He apparently, I'm not sure when they're in a civil suit. I'm not sure if it was last year or this year. But that's the girl that CP sent me. I didn't know that was talking about Leandro Vieira, brother to Leo Vieira and Ricardo Vieira. CP, they said some stuff about Ricardo Vieira too. We can't get into that. That's too much drama for me. Leandro puts out a statement. Now, I'm going to say, people, stop putting out statements. For the love of God. Don't put out, just put a Bible quote. Put the Bible quote and get off social media. And get a lawyer. Honestly, turn yourself in if you're guilty, though. For sure, turn yourself in. Here's a new scissor sweep. Yo. Says, we want to address something openly and directly. After recent allegation involving Coach Leandro has been posted on social media by a former student and assistant coach who has not been part of our community for several years. Well, doesn't mean that it didn't happen. New York has what does New York have? Remember what Diddy got caught with? They had some kind of special law where they could go back to old cases, right? Hasn't been a part of our community for several years. While this allegation does not accurately represent the facts. So listen, Rico. No, not a Rico. Something else. You know what Diddy got caught with? It was some type of. It was very similar to a Rico where they changed the laws to where they could go back. Statute of limitations. Yeah, I think it had a name though. I don't remember the name of the law, but the statute of limitations went back longer. So whenever these people make these posts, they always say something and I'm like, you probably shouldn't have said that. While this allegation does not accurately represent the facts. So that right there, I'm like, you probably should have admitted that. You need people to proofread your post, people. I would have cut that out of there. All right, let's take that out of there. Where's their lawyer at? I'm tired of ChatGPT. ChatGPT. When you go to jail, all right, ChatGPT said they're not going to listen to ChatGPT. You're not going to have access to ChatGPT when you're in jail or prison. Possibly. We take any concerns raised about our academy very seriously. Well, Checkmat's had a couple. Checkmat's had a checkered past. And I like Checkmat. I like Leo Vieira. Now, God forbid Leo Vieira get in trouble. We can't have all three Vieira brothers in trouble. Like I said, if your name's Galval or Vieta, this is not 2026 ain't your year. Last year, if your name was Jacob Couch and Jacob Rodriguez, it was not your year. They didn't have a good year last year. 2025 was not the year of the Jacob. And 2026 is not the year of the Galvals or the Vietas. We want to clarify. We take these concerns raised about our academy very seriously. We want to clarify that this is not a criminal accusation. It's a civil accusation. This matter is a civil issue, and due to its legal nature, it is now in the hands of the justice system. I feel like we read this. I'm getting deja vu. I'm getting some deja vu. Didn't I just read this? The Mann Act. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Mr. Marlin. See, Mr. Marlin got wisdom and knowledge. We want to clarify that this is not a criminal accusation. Well, Diddy's case wasn't criminal either, was it? It was civil. The matter is a civil issue, and due to its legal nature, it is now in the hands of the justice system. Coach Leandro has over 20 years of experience as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, teaching students of all ages around the world. In all these years, he has never had an accusation of misconduct. Till now, those who train here know the values we live by every day: respect, discipline, and care for one another. Our commitment remains unchanged to provide a safe, positive, and respectful environment for every student and family. Thank you for your understanding, your trust, and your continued support during this time. Do civil issues? Yes, money. They can. Well, Diddy eventually did get charges, though, didn't he? Isn't that why he's in jail? Or maybe I'm wrong. Well, I think because he had a suit with Cassie, right? That was civil. I don't know what he got caught with on the other thing. Maybe he had some criminal charges later. Where's my lawyer at? I just realized, you know what's wild? Andre had an instructional on Fanatics called Rockin' the Baby. No, he didn't. Did he? Let me check that out. Andre's still making money though. He's still getting his BJJ Fanatics checks. You use it? Oh. It is real. It is real. Oh no. Just go and lock this man up. Lock this man up. Lock him up. No, I didn't believe you. I believe you now, though. There you go, CP, rocking the baby. Dang, he's guilty. Foreshadowing. When did this come? He probably was doing. Let me stop. I plead the fifth. Allegedly, possibly did it. Fifth. The positions are. BJJ Fanatics gonna continue to collect their money though. They're not gonna. That is what? Oh, that's all three. I was like 352 for what? God, dog. Volume 1, gain their trust. Oh, dang. That's crazy, bro. What was I about to look up? I do want to read that girl's post one more time. CP. I don't remember what that girl's name was. Let me see. No, they'll drop him like what they did. Did they drop Andrew? What happened to Wiltsey? Why'd they drop Wiltsey? I'm looking for the post. Can you guys see my messages over here? Can I hide it? Trying to hide everything from you. I'm trying to go back to the other one. Yeah, you sent me that? Yeah, not that one. I'm gonna get there. There's a lot of girls out here. Diddy was found guilty on transportation of Volume 2 gonna be crazy. Okay. I want to go back to the original girl. Our special correspondent sending me some good stuff over here. So I'll read this one again. So this was the girl that was against, not against, but, spoke out about Leandro Vieta. So we did read her story. I feel like we should read it one more time. It says, "Oh, dude, he went nuts. Did a ton of shady stuff, fought a cop, and then dropped all of his instructions. And they dropped all of his instructionals." Yeah, but is that worse than what these other people are doing? These other people are doing way worse. Somebody else messaged me. People don't message me when I'm on. No, they mess with Gaba. Well, I think some essay stuff don't remember. Which dude? He didn't do no essay stuff. Same place as Jacob Couch. What are you saying? I don't think he was ever convicted of anything. Now Jacob Couch, all these other guys, their stuff is on there. The Daisy Fresh people still on there, right? Yeah, all the Daisy Fresh people. Pedigo's still on there. Let me read her story one more time. I'm just gonna read the last part. Middle to last. Oh, geez, guys, make sure you're supporting the live stream, please. I gotta read all this stuff, man. My voice is about to go. She says, "I've been sitting on this for a long time. I carried this in silence for about 10 years, as things kept unfolding, and now, honestly, staying quiet is one of my biggest regrets. The way everything unfolded left me dealing with consequences inside and outside of jiu-jitsu from situations I was way too young and naive to fully understand at the time. I carried a lot of hurt and anxiety around this, mostly by myself. Sharing this now isn't about drama, attention, or revenge. It's about finally not holding it in anymore. Years ago, I left a team that was a huge part of my life without publicly explaining why. The people in charge were told what happened. That's all I'm going to say about that." Did Pedigo do something? CP, you gotta go watch Wilty. Go watch some Wilty videos. I already did. I can't do it again. About 10 years ago, I was still a minor, a trusted authority figure. My professor made unwanted sexual advances towards me while we were traveling for my first Pan Ams as a juvenile. I had known and trusted this person since I was very young, like a second father figure, during a rough time in my life. Doesn't that sound very similar to what Alexa was saying about Galbao? She saw Andre as another father and Angelica as another mother. And you saying Andrew Wiltsey? Well, so I'm gonna say you go watch. You sound like you love Pedigo. I don't know these people, but I would go listen to Andrew. You sound like you on Pedigo's nuts right now. Go watch Andrew, and come back to me. Go watch Andrew, some of his recent stuff, and then come back to me. You do sound like you on his nuts. You glazing him. Let me focus on this. Do you know these people? You know these people? I had known and trusted this person since I was very young, like a second father figure during a rough time in my life. It was confusing and overwhelming, and I didn't feel safe telling anyone. I was ashamed, scared, and afraid of losing the one thing I knew I wanted to build my future around. So I stayed quiet, and I tried to normalize what I didn't have the tools to understand yet. Looking back now, I see this dynamic clearly. Years later, it stopped. I continued the sport in Long Beach, kept training, and gained valuable experience. I saw and experienced more unhealthy behavior towards women in the sport, but I was accustomed to how the culture was there. Eventually, I came back home for my mental health, expecting to land somewhere I felt supported. At first, it seemed like I had that. That same professor had offered opportunities to teach, train, rebuild, and continue on to support myself here in the Bay Area. Not long after, I was removed from his gym and told it was tied to past circumstances that were affecting his current relationship. I remember feeling sick, confused, and broken all over again. There was some back and forth around how it was that he expected me to move forward and what I was supposed to tell people, because after all, he was like a father to me. I was left to deal with this alone. I continued teaching and training at an affiliate gym here in the Bay Area, but after some time, I realized how unsupported I felt by this team that had already done so much damage. I formally put everything in writing years ago upon my decision to leave. The response felt minimal to me. After all that, I stepped away. 0. So you don't know these people? Okay. Man, if you don't know these people, some of these people, I don't know some of these people. Now, I've been around some of these people, just the nature of the sport. So, you know, there's a reason I ain't buddy with most of these people out here. I'm never going to be buddy with half these people. Now, I'll be respectful. Hey, you see hey, I shook hand. I shook Andre Galval's hand at Pans last year. I was like, hey, good match. You know, you guys tough. That's about all I'm going to do. Now, you guys be hero worshiping these people you don't know. I say, here's what I say. Get as much information as you can and make your own decisions. I'm trying to give you information, and I'll put my 2 cents in there too, but you got to make your own decisions. I'm not going to think for you. You got to think for yourself. Now, you don't know these people. All I said was, hey, go listen to Andrew. Now, Andrew is bipolar, but I'm not saying he's lying. He said a lot of stuff, but I ain't saying he's lying. And you know what? Even Josiah Crazy Behind will say something. You're like, all right, that might be something there, Josiah. And he's gonna have some good one-liners. Now he crazy. He crazy for Grippo, but he gonna have some good one-liners. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Ole, ole, ole. That's gold right there. That need to be on a t-shirt. He came up with that. Little touchy, touchy, touch. He came up with that. That was good. That's some good stuff right there. That need to go on a t-shirt too. All I said, go listen to Andrew and think about what he's saying and think about some of these other guys. Where was I? It says, from the outside, my departure probably looks sudden and unexplained. In reality, I was trying to survive and hold myself together. Over the years, this experience led me to isolate myself more than I should have. It changed how I trust people and who I trust. So, you know, Alexa kind of came out with this information on Galval, but this girl kind of, you know, kept it to herself for several years, and you can see the difference. Now, she's in more of a civil, you know, she has a civil case against Leandro Villeda. So we're going to see what's going to happen with Alexa, but you kind of see the old school way was to kind of sweep it under the rug, but now these girls ain't going to take it no more. No, Andre. She says, it changed how I trust people and who I trust. It created anxiety around training spaces and competitions, and it made returning to the sport, even in small ways, emotionally difficult. I've done a lot of work to heal, but carrying this alone has been heavy. I am deeply grateful for the few people I did open up to, the ones who helped me going forward, helped me going when I wasn't sure I could. I've made meaningful progress, but every step forward has brought me closer to finally saying this out loud, because I'm tired of carrying it alone. I'm tired of the assumptions and the unanswered questions. This is putting the weight down. This is me putting the weight down. If anyone is or has gone through similar experiences, which we're seeing everybody has their experiences over here, know it's okay to speak your truth, speak up, and prioritize yourself in your healing. So this was the girl that spoke up about Leandro Villeda, brother to Leo Villeda and Ricardo Villeda. So I assure you there's more stories like this all over the place. And bringing that up, there is another story just like this. Let me pull that up real quick too. So maybe I'll take a slight break to watch a match or something. Let me watch a match real fast. Give myself a break, bro. You guys got me talking. We saw Adele. Let's watch 10 submissions from Polaris.
But what we tend to see is either he sits down straight away or he'll wrestle for a few minutes, and then if it's not going his way, he'll sit down straight away.
Yeah, I mean, his wrestling has improved dramatically now. He's already trying to get on that front headlock.
Yeah, I was backstage when we were all getting ready, and they're dressing
right,
room, they're beautiful.
Nicely done, but they're reversing and
plants her
straight hit the
Katagatami.
Oh, and he's got it quick.
And he could switch to a triangle if it doesn't work.
I think it's gonna be
big squeeze from Ono Flanagan.
And
Homie got a concussion right here. Homie hit that concussion right there. Homie got that concussion right here.
We're all getting ready. And they're
Oh,
dressing
throw
room.
by
They're
here,
beautiful.
nicely done, but Lira
Oh.
reversing and
Right there.
And they're dressing room.
by here, nicely done.
Right here. That's where the concussion. Let's zoom in. Homie got a concussion right here. Hey, you gotta keep grappling crazy. He halfway knocked out, and he getting submitted.
Lira reversing and
Plants her
And
into
straight
gonna have
into
to
the
head it on.
Katagatami.
Oh, and he's got it quick
and he
here.
could switch to a triangle if it doesn't
I
work.
think it's gonna be
Big squeeze from
tight.
Owen O'Flanagan.
And Lira's just walking that hand to try and create some space.
Oh, he's doing
Thumbs
a
up
thumbs
there,
up.
but he's got to watch the triangle. He gets the arm back in, switching to the arm bar potentially. And he
And
pulls
into
out
the
straight
leg.
onto the legs.
What a transition from Owen
Beautiful
O'Flanagan to open
exchange
this
there,
one.
fantastic.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lucas feels a little bit wobbly after that.
Right?
Man. His
Yeah, his head bounced off the ground.
Yeah. Well, Owen O'Flanagan has.
I'm okay, man. I'm
almost
okay.
The most overall experience of anybody on the card here at Polaris.
I mean, you might have close to the most experience of anyone in the world at Polaris.
I mean, he had 7 Polaris matches, and then squads he's had another 10.
Yeah.
Of course, ADCC Trials champion as well. Took 4th place in
went for
2022.
the wrist whip.
But it's
Gives
Lira
up
on
the
the single
single
leg now.
Owen's always fun to watch. That's the one thing about him, you know.
I really hope we can get a replay of that entire first exchange.
I like it was actually a beautiful counter from Lucas.
Oh,
Now
straight
Owen's
sits back
switching
onto
into
the
this.
leg there.
He has
the
a
speed of that.
savage.
And
He's
it's done
got
already.
it. Wow.
Owen O'Flanagan. Even a sub would even it back up.
Yeah,
So
Devontae cannot.
Dang, Devontae. That's the one guy you should not have lost to. Devontae, how you lose to that man? Now I don't want to say that's embarrassing. I mean, I lose too. But man, Devontae, you know you should have beat that guy. You can't go easy on small people. You know you should not have lost. Come on, man. Where's Mush at? Mush, we want to say anything to Devontae? Mush, you gonna say something to this man?
Get submitted in this.
Jones has got to just push the pace here. He's going to have at least 15 minutes to.
He's
He's
getting on that leg straight away. Gets the top, and Owen is very
trying to go
good.
to the back here.
Hunting the back.
Devontae making us look bad out there,
Placing that
man.
back,
One
sets
hook in.
one hook.
Wouldn't this be interesting?
Two
if
hooks
he
in.
can face crank him or something here.
Yeah.
Owen Jones with actually still a lot of time to work here on the back of Devontae Johnson.
I mean, this is kind of a good position for Devontae as long as he doesn't get submitted because, you know, where do you go from here? You're going to keep trying to submit from this position. If he can just defend this position and sit here and let the time run out.
But here's the thing, though. Owen Jones doesn't have to worry about gassing his arms. He can go for broke in this position.
Yeah.
He can fly
Tons of
face
time to
cranks,
recover.
do whatever he
He
likes.
should
'cause
be
he's got-
smothering. He should
Yeah.
just be being mean.
And like he can just keep punching those arms underneath, being as heavy as possible. Like realistically, but Devontae should put his back on the mat just because it's going to be so much harder for Owen to get anything from the mount than it is from the back.
The clock's still running, guys, so we've got under 2 minutes left in this one.
Devontae shouldn't have lost this match.
Oh, I would be...
Well, Owen wanted to move back to the center.
No, I know, but the pace with which the reset happened.
Yeah. This is good for Owen. He's opening up a little bit. Like he's not going to be able to force Devontae, but if he can catch him in a transition, that's more than likely how he's going to get the submission.
Oh.
See, he's dived over the back
Nice.
again.
Minute
I
and a
just had
half
an off
left
day.
here.
Getting the second hook.
Back again for
He's
Owen
got to
Jones.
fight those hands. He can't allow the arm to get under the neck. But if he can stop that hand coming under the neck, I think that this is a good position to stall out the match.
Yeah.
And funnily enough here, like, you know, when Owen takes
Owen's
mount,
re-switching to the legs, though.
when Owen takes mount and he's dismounted and Devontae wants him to hold the mount position, it's a much harder position to submit from.
Owen's working.
Devontae
Rewind. So,
Owen's
mount.
re-switching.
So this is kind of not really Ashi yet, but he collects both legs in an interesting way.
To the legs, though.
When Owen takes mount and he's dismounted and Devontae wants him to hold the mount position, it's a much harder position to submit from.
Owen's working in on the leg now.
Here.
Switching to the other leg.
He's got it. There's the toe. He gets the submission.
Other
So
leg.
it was on. He had the this leg, the right leg. That's the leg he was attacking. I can't really see. Yeah, he had a cross. It was good entry, man. You should have done what Mayrum did. Did Mayrum play around with Owen Jones? No, Mayrum put him away. You can't let these guys do that stuff on you, bro.
Owen's working in on the leg now.
Here.
Switching to the other leg.
He's got it. There's the toe. He gets the submission.
Midst of
Adele immediately choosing
We
to sit
already
this
saw that
time.
match.
Yeah.
We already saw that. We're not gonna watch it again.
It. But Vic keeps that going.
fun because that will time the clock. Look for. So 5 minutes on the clock. Look for O'Flanagan to really push the pace here, especially in the wrestling, because that will tire Moody out faster.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of pushing Moody around at the moment.
I also kind of feel like there's, yeah, to a degree, there's more opportunity for Moody to run the clock a little bit in the standing. Oh, little slip there.
Moody tired.
He's projecting confidence in
Yeah,
the
he's
kind of swagger in the.
Yeah, he's getting around. Going for that inside trip.
He
And
gets the
catches it.
takedown.
It's not only Americans who can wrestle, you know.
I mean, that's a beautiful inside trip.
Who you talking about, Danny Chopper? Who was ranting?
This is like, it's very rare that we see Owen passing, which is interesting as well.
But I think he did what he
Oh,
needed
the coach
to
was
do
ranting?
mentally coming out with. That was the right pace, the right tempo. It was the right energy to give off and just say, hey, Moody, you're on the back foot, mate. You are going to have to defend this.
Yeah, immediately puts him under pressure. Nice inversion.
Left it out,
though.
yeah.
Got to be careful where he puts those legs.
Yeah, immediately.
So he did a basic kiss of the dragon, but he got long legs. You got to hide your feet. So I think he grabbed the left leg, if I'm not incorrect.
Puts him under pressure. Nice.
He's got the left leg. Yeah, you see, he trapped the pad of the foot in his armpit. Yeah, you can't. These guys too strong. The guy who was calling you a creep. Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened with that guy. The only thing I was talking about was Kayla Harrison. Now, if liking Kayla Harrison makes me a creep, then come on. What's wrong with you? This Kayla Harrison? She looked good right there, respectfully. Let me go zoom. She looked good right there. No, I like it. I like this. This is the Kayla Harrison I want. Yo, Kayla Harrison. I would holler at respectfully. Shut up. Respectfully, I would holler at this Kayla Harrison. Kayla, come holler at. Hey, I do judo now, Kayla Harrison. Come through. If she look like that, she gotta wear the makeup though. Kayla gotta put that makeup on though. If she looking like that, hey Kayla, come on through. Let's do some kuchikomi. Nah, I do the kuchikomi. My own technique. Kano didn't come up with that move. I came up with the kuchikomi. See, that's why I got caught me creeping. You would Uchimata? I don't think I could throw her. Nah, I could do the kuchikomi. Says, I'm pretty sure it was the same guy who was telling us, wait for the facts about the Otto stuff, bro. I mean, how much more facts? How many more stories and reaccounts? I got to keep, bro, I've been 3 hours. They want me to bring the video. I don't have the video footage of Galval moaning in that girl's ear. I don't got that. Now, if I had that, breaking news. If somebody got the footage, send it to me. I'll post it here. Galval moaning in that girl's ear. Galval, a true gooner. He a super gooner. He need to be in a room with J-Rod and Isaac Michel and Leandro Vieira and some probably other Brazilians. Some other Brazilians possibly. Gray Saku logged out when I found out his name from his YouTube channel. Dance Hard Die had that man sweating. Yeah, that man sweating. That's how Josiah used to be Some of you guys don't know Josiah, but he had about 8 different burner accounts. He had that man sweating like this. Dance Hard Die had that man sweating. Aria says, I want to take your advice for a bit now. I'm back. Aria, you be asking me some distracting questions. Aria, aren't you in school? You need to focus on your studies. Ninjas that say want for the facts be the same MFers sending their kids off to Boy Scout. Oh, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden got some good info. They wait for the facts, yeah. Learning techniques and stuff just honestly, I'm just scrambling to get a rear naked choke. How do I learn and study? How about you go talk to your coach, Aria? How am I supposed to help you? I'm a dude on the internet. Go talk to your coach. Have you talked to your coach? As long as your coach isn't Andre Galvao, you should be okay. Now, if your coach is Andre Galvao, you should be maybe a little worried, possibly. You scrambling? If you can send us some video footage, we can watch it on the stream one day. From Trials Winner, maybe. You just scrambling? Well, that might be your style. If you have got some video footage, we can watch you a little bit. Hunter Biden is definitely Belay. Oh, Dance Hard. You've been did you follow his IP address? Balea, is that you? Hunter Biden, are you Balea? Don't say that, Dance Hard. Why'd you expose him? Dance Hard to Die. I would never put 2 and 2 together. That's Balea. Balea got all this information. Balea, don't worry. Your secret's safe over here. Nobody watches this live stream, so you're good. Somebody, whoever said I'm screenshotting, I'm screen recording the live stream. And I was like, well, it's on YouTube, so who cares?
Inversion, though.
Got to be careful where he puts those legs.
Yeah.
But this is where I don't...
I want to remind you, you guys can't even see. I want to remind you that some of these athletes are very enhanced, so the way they be doing techniques is not the way you're going to do. You're going to try to do this move, and nothing going to happen. But with these other guys, grab your leg, grab your knee, grab your elbow, stuff be breaking.
Really want to see O'Flanagan slow the pace down.
He's already in on the heel hook. And he's got it. Yeah,
he got
it is.
Moody tapped.
Oh, and that is worst case scenario for Declan Moody. He worked for 10 minutes to 5 minutes on the clock. About 25 left.
Yeah, Devontae needs to make sure that he keeps this in the mat. Like he's pushing forwards a lot, and it keeps going out of bounds. It's just going to keep getting reset. The
That's
more
exactly
that
what
he does.
made him once.
Yeah, at a certain point, though, the ref is going to have to call it for...
I mean, like,
up.
Devontae's twice his size. How's he going to stop him from...
Oh, nice on the back here.
Is that why Devontae was so tired? Mayroom got him?
Well, the team who's number one trying to make absolutely sure that everybody is aware of what the reset position is.
I don't think he had that.
He did not
I
have
don't
the
remember
Kimura.
having that Kimura grip either. And if he fights it too much, they're going to stand him back up and he'll lose the whole position.
Oh, he's saying he had the wrist grip.
Jesus Christ. I hate restarts.
Well, it looks like they've agreed.
Devontae going underneath the
He's
neck.
on the neck. Body triangle.
Look at Mayrum. No, Mayrum.
He's going to crank his face with everything
He's
got.
going to get this.
Yeah, this is payback time.
Yeah. He's putting a big squeeze on here.
Mayrum
He's going to
fighting
sink
it,
the
though.
hips in as well.
I mean, there's the
And
tap.
he gets the submission.
Mayrum's like, right around here, Mayrum's like, I hate Nogi. Mayrum's like, why do I have to do this? Mayrum, you can make more money just live streaming. Arya, you asking me a lot of questions, bro. He says, what is a good instructional to watch for complete basics? For sure gonna get it legally. LOL. YouTube, I don't know. Well, I don't know what kind of style you have. Most people can't teach basics. Does anybody have anything for Arya? I mean, basic stuff. Yeah, just basic. I don't know what to say, bro. Do you train somewhere? Where do you train at? Let us know where you train. Where do you train at, bro? Gene Simcoe is a good. There you go. Okay, there you go. You train in the Bay Area? Oh, you don't train at Autos, do you? Arya, go ask your coach all this stuff. I'm just a random dude on the internet. Go ask your coach that you pay. AOJ has online. Yeah, but you don't haven't paid all that money. Before you go to all these people, go to your coach. Your coach, Danaher didn't win no trials either. AOJ, well, listen, all these schools are cults. Go to your coach. People. Before you tell him to go to all these people, we don't know that, bro. So remember, the internet, we can't tell sarcasm in text. So go to your coach. Talk to your coach about this. Always talk to your coach before you start jumping on Danaher or anybody else's. You try to glaze anybody else up. Go to your coach. Your coach might be really good. You over here talking crap on him. No, the hell I am. No, I'm not. I'm not your coach. Don't put that on me. I ain't your coach. I'm a news anchor on the Ninja News Network. I'm not your coach. He said mentally. Nah, take your mental ass back to your coach. No, we ain't doing that. Josiah used to say the same thing too. Ellis, now where's the t-shirt at? I can't wait to get that t-shirt. That's going to be a bestseller right there. We might sell more than you need italics. Yeah, I don't think we got italics on here. We need that stalker t-shirt ASAP right now. The Josiah t-shirt, not the stalker t-shirt. We wait on LL Snap to make everything, so that should be on deck soon. Where were we? We have one more story, unfortunately. I hate reading this crap, but it's what I gotta do. It's part of my job. Make sure you guys supporting the live stream. At least like the video. Can you guys like the video? Subscribe to the channel? Something? Come on, everybody. I know some people lurking, but it's fine. Last story before we dip. This girl, I'm not gonna say her name. You can read it on there. She says, in 2022, I experienced an assault by an instructor at Autos HQ. I don't know who it was. Was it you, Gabao? It is not a good time to be a Gabao right now. One on your goat, maybe. Those videos take me months to make, so they take a lot of energy, and they're not very easy to make, so that's why there aren't too many of them. But I do want to do one on Leandro. I did one on Batista, who was a student under Leandro, so maybe you watched that one first. I did one on Homolo too, which we kind of bring up Leandro too a little bit. You watched them all? Okay. Well, they're pretty tough to make. You can watch them. By the time you watch them, I'm still working on one of them. She says, in 2022, I experienced an assault by an instructor at Autos HQ. I was touched inappropriately during sparring on multiple occasions. Uh-oh. Is that you, Val? Where's Dorothy Slippers at? I chose to stay silent out of fear and guilt. Later, this instructor was kicked out of Autos for preying on multiple other individuals. Okay, that's not Val. Who could this be? Gaval was this dude's disciple. Well, they all are. Who could this be? Who was kicked out of Autos? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, geez, this is woo. I'm gonna read this, and I'll read the other part right here. No, you guys can't see my hand, but this part, yeah, this part right here, I'll read that separately. I chose to stay silent out of fear and guilt. Later, this instructor was kicked out of Atos for preying on multiple other individuals. We never heard about this, did we? In my experience, there is a cultural pattern that has existed within those walls for years. When she says cultural, she's saying Atos or Brazilian. Sorry, Brazilians, I'm coming after you today. No, Andre. At my first academy, not Atos, as a minor, I was the victim of grape. We're going to use the word grape for this. By an instructor as a minor. Not at Atos, though. Years later, at Atos, after years of work to become comfortable with men, I was taken advantage of again. I was made to feel unsafe, and it broke me all over again. I believe our sport has been far too tolerant of conduct like what I experienced. Assaulters and enablers, and it needs to be addressed openly. Brushing accusations under the table and silencing victims only perpetuates, I can't read, these dangerous environments. Power grooming and apex predators. Send me a design for that one. I can't picture how to make that one. You're gonna have to send a design for that one. My heart goes out to the victims. Speaking from my own experience, being groomed, assaulted, and threatened into staying quiet is a terrible life-changing event. Trust is a key pillar of our community. Trust and training partners to honor boundaries. Trust in teammates to maintain a culture of respect. And trust in leadership to handle abuse reports. Again, what do you do when leadership's the one abusing you? With swift justice, regardless of the perpetrator's title or accolades. At my first academy as a teenager, I was made to feel responsible for what happened to me and shamed into silence. And at Atos, I was met with more inappropriate behavior from someone in a position of power. Who could this be? Today, I'm speaking out. No one deserves to feel judged for being victimized. Believing victims empowers others to come forward. So, unfortunately, this is a very common story. You know, we've been talking about this stuff. I can't even watch regular matches. Can you jiu-jitsu people stay out of trouble? I'm not sure who exactly she was talking about, but this happened at more than one school, right? At her original academy that she was at, and then at Atos something else happened. So I'm not sure who that could be. It makes me sad though. You know, I always believe jiu-jitsu's for everyone, even crazy people, but not predators though. It shouldn't be for them. But sometimes these predators become the best. They become super good at grappling. You know? So that does make me sad, unfortunately. Let's see what else we had. I think there was something else. Hey, Amy. How you doing? That baby tired. Get that baby off the camera. That baby can't even relax. Let's see if there's anything I missed. There's some other stories I was going to cover, but we're kind of just focusing on this crap until we get back on some other stories. Let me jump over to Reddit. You know, we always got something on Reddit. There was someone that retired over the toxic. Oh, we talked about her. She was one of the first girls that Rosie Miller. Was that her? Oh, Nicole Matthew was the girl. A couple people at Auto spoke out. Mostly the girls though. Oh, she was on BJJ Drama. Okay. I don't know if we have that one anymore. Let me see what we're gonna read. was something I was gonna say. I don't see it. Oh yeah, IBJF did their statement too. We read that. I just want to see the comments. So IBJF did say something, but someone said also IBJF invites Cyborg to one of their Grand Prix and allows him to compete at their tournaments. F these guys. IBJF. So if you guys don't know about the Cyborg and Fight Sport story, please go to YouTube to find that out. It says probably would have been best to not say anything and not draw attention to themselves for the fact. And allows TLI. It was Cyborg that harassed, caused. In the time I remember people saying that it was his employee. He went out of his way to shield that man, knowing very well he was preying on students. Okay, so that's what Cyborg's getting in trouble for. Apparently, allegedly they helped the guy get away. Someone at his gym was abusing a minor student, and he helped him avoid legal consequences by helping him flee the country before he could get caught. Having someone like that running a gym is just as dangerous for students as having the direct abuser in charge. So Maggie did put out a post, but, So it says, so then the question becomes, for a guy like Andre and others, how many of these did he pass? In other words, how many times has he taken the Safe Sport course and passed? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. These guys took Safe Sport training. It don't work. It don't work. He did take Safe Sport. Yeah. Val must have taken it. He probably made his wife take it for him. Or somebody else. Cyborg, these guys, they definitely did. How did they pass that training? LL Snap, we need some t-shirts. Stat. I got LL Snap in the sweatshop. How many times has he passed a background check? Did it make any difference for Alexa and others? Since he's the primary guy signing off for Otto's black belts, this pretty much means since the IBJJF has implemented either or both of these requirements, has this mattered at all? Well, again, we didn't even know that we could report people on Safe Sport. IBJF been dropping the ball. Isn't it their job to educate us? We be paying all this money. Well, LL Snap get to go for free, but I gotta pay money. I paid good money. I'm competing this weekend. I paid good money to go out here. In reality, all it does is allow the IBJJF to avoid culpability when stuff like this happens. Hey, we had them click through an online course. Or, hey, the background check came out clean. They just covering themselves. It's no different if you've worked for any major entity like the government. The course isn't necessarily meant to enlighten someone that would do wrong, but instead protect the larger entity. You knew better because of this online course. Now I have legal reason to fire you. It's a CYA for the entity. What was that? Save your ass or something like that. Not a miracle fix for the individual that would do bad things anyway. Yes, it's better than nothing, but it's far from the solution. Someone says, I've done the training program like that for volunteering at my church. Like you said, it's more focused on training third parties to recognize the signs of abuse in others. Not this ain't helping nobody. I don't think anyone who is inclined to be a predator is deterred from doing so by an online course, basically. Someone says, I think we should all wait to judge the motivations of all those involved. After all has been said and done, people like that have kids getting abused left and right. Well, he's not guilty yet. He's in there abusing these kids allegedly. Someone said IBJF doesn't move on anything unless there's a conviction. They don't even do that. It says, my guess is that the IBJJF has never been in a position to permaban an athlete based on the outcome of a SA civil case, and thus they would have no policy on that type of situation yet. They're not a real organization. They're not a real federation. IBJJF Inc. IBJJF Enterprise. They should change their name. Says, I don't know about civil cases, but we've had IBJJF athletes who pled guilty. I'm not going to read those names over there. Okay, I'm not going to read those names over there. A little too close to home. I mean, safe sport isn't about taking predators out of their motive or screening predators. It's about training others to report it if they're suspicious of something. Well, IBJJF didn't tell us that we could use it. Not a real sport. Thank you, LL Snap. Make that a t-shirt, LL Snap. LL Snap. Sorry, LL Snap. I put in so much work on LL Snap. Says requiring only black belts to take safe sport training is ineffective. I agree. Everyone should have to take it. Background checks. I mean, the background check, you know, they ain't got the real background check. They got the flimsy background check. Nah, I ain't not reading. Come on, else now. Have me out here fighting for myself. When I get some professional bodyguards, I can do whatever I want. Nah. Someone says, whoever rides it out at Atos will likely be able to compete, and Andre will still be walking around IBJJF events like nothing happened. When that happens, that will show that what their actual stance is, not their BS PR statement. Or hopefully I am wrong and they take more dramatic measures. As far as I know, he can go to the tournament. He can walk around free, like a free man. Speaking of IBJJF, wait a second. Yeah, we talked about Leandro Vieta. We talked about Andre. Speaking about IBJJF, PB Peanut Butter Jelly League. Where are they at? You know, peanut butter jiu-jitsu, peanut butter jelly jiu-jitsu. They're putting up money. So, you know, IBJJF is the number one team right now, you know, number one tournament right now. They need to have a computer in the back of the training facility just for safe sport, where people just go in and take the courses and stuff. Zoom in on the name. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. What happened to peanut butter jiu-jitsu? Oh, we read that already. Ooh. Oh, let me read this real fast. Checkmat said Checkmat is governed by a collective leadership structure from. Is it? No, we know it's the Vieta brothers. And matters of this nature are addressed through established internal processes. What kind of processes? Now, you know, these people are not taking safe sport, and there's no internal processes. It's Leo Vieta and his brothers. Why is there so many EDPs in the BJJ community? I don't know. I mean, people attack me for talking about this stuff. Internal process. The leadership board has reconvened. The leadership board, they ain't got no leadership board. It's 3 people. Okay, I bet you Lucas Leitch on there. Lucas Leitch, all the Vieta brothers. Who else is on there? Maybe Buchecha. Is he on the panel? The leadership board has reconvened to review a matter previously brought before the organization. They people need to get off social media. See, they be putting stuff in there. We're going to review a matter previously brought before the organization that we ignored. You know, they probably, you know, because the girl said she reported to the, you know, the higher ups. The one girl about Leandro, she reported about that. Dreamart. LL Snap be doing that on purpose. Dreamart. LL Snap be misspelling that stuff on purpose. But the girl came, she said she didn't go to the authorities, but she went to the higher ups of the academy to report what happened. And you know what? They brushed it under the rug. And they're over here talking about the board and we're going to internal process. Get out of here. Somebody try to message. No, everybody don't message me. Sometimes people be messaging me. You guys don't see it, but people be messaging me from these videos, and sometimes I can't read those messages. Nicky Rod got off light. Nicky Rod or J Rod? I'm the only person that keep talking about these people. Nobody cares. Chico Mendez, some other people. People don't care. Why am I defending a sport people don't care about? Yeah, same thing. Same thing. He probably got charges too somewhere. Why am I defending? I ain't defending these people. That's where I need to go over to judo or something. I want to go to a sport that actually celebrate me. I might go to wrestling or judo or something. I'm tired of these people. Said they're going to review a matter previously brought before the organization involving a former member of the leadership board, Leandro Vieto. Why can't you say his name? A sport that's not a hobby. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I want to be in an Olympic sport with real stuff, real procedures. When allegations were first made, the board removed the individual from any leadership role. But he was still getting paid. Man, they didn't remove that man. We removed the board. We removed the board. The board removed the individual from any leadership role while allowing limited affiliation, pending resolution of an ongoing civil proceeding, which remains unresolved. So that happened last year. But the girl reported this years before. Nothing happened. As part of the board's ongoing responsibility to reassess unresolved matters that affect organizational standards, the leadership board has voted to suspend the individual from all checkmat affiliation, but he's still going to get his paycheck until the civil action is resolved, which we're going to have to pay a lot of money to resolve, at least $100,000. This is an administrative governance decision made to uphold organizational standards. This is a lawyer speak and responsibilities. It is not a finding of fact and not a response to public commentary. Yeah, it is. Checkmat remains committed to maintain a safe, professional, what about Jackson Souza, and respectful training environment across all affiliated academies. No further public comment will be made while the matter is pending. They ain't say nothing about Jackson Souza. Now, Jackson Souza, they swept that under the rug. They got some kangaroo court over in UK to say he was not guilty. Checkmat, you know these guys are. Oof. See, I need to do a real sport. Mush living a good life over there in judo. Mush ain't coming back to jiu-jitsu. Why? What's the point? What's the point of coming back for these people? They don't want to be safe. What was I about to say? There's something else I was going to say. Why are they always acting like, they over here abusing all their power and they're the victim. Andre Galval's the victim. Leandro Vieira the victim. You guys don't understand how much power and control these guys have. They got so much money. I'm over here struggle streaming. I can't even get people to donate to the live stream. But Andre Galval he just lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't got no hundreds. Let me see tens of thousands of dollars. I'll be pretty happy. Again, why save this sport? People in this sport, I see some of the worst people. Look at these people in this sport. All your heroes terrible. All your heroes terrible. What happened to that white belt that was recording the journey and his journey at remember that guy? I think it was a blue or purple. At Altos, the guy that was he burned out already. You donate, thank you, Snap. Snap, you donating by just donate by making the artwork. We gotta get other people donating though. Listen, when I start doing more judo content and we get more donations, I'm gonna say bye bye to jiu-jitsu. Screw you guys. Yeah. Why am I wasting my time for jiu-jitsu people? I don't know. I ain't got an answer for that one. All right, guys, that's it for today. Enough. Hopefully, nobody get in trouble tomorrow. Please, I want to watch some jiu-jitsu content. We're going to do more judo content because this jiu-jitsu stuff, it's all predators over here. All right, guys, that's basically it. LO Snap, just work on the artwork, man. Don't worry about donating. Just get some artwork over here. Get that Josiah. I want to see that one. Tomorrow, we'll see. The only issue is we can't watch any judo videos. We can't watch no judo tournaments because they're going to hit you with that copyright. So that does suck. That's it. We'll get back to some regular content tomorrow, God willing. Hopefully nobody get in trouble. Galval, stay out of trouble. Vietas, anybody named Galval or Vieta, please stay out of trouble. I'm tired. Let me watch some jiu-jitsu content or judo content or wrestling content. I'm not saying they're put that prize pick up. Which gym is next? You already said Dream Art. Gracie Baja. I might throw Gracie Baja under there. Who else might get in trouble? Checkmat. It's the same people get in trouble though. Checkmat. I already said Jackson Souza. We got too many predators in this sport, bro. So unfortunately, there's a lot of victims, and you saw. There's so many girls getting into these sports now, so we got to make sure they're safe. And there's so many youth in this sport. Got to make sure they're safe. So, it is hard to not get jaded. I get a little jaded, but I try to stay positive. We still make jokes, and we don't try to make light of anybody's situation. But we're not gonna get down. I'm not gonna let myself get down for anybody over here. And we try to help the people we can help. And if we can't help them, screw them. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for no Galval or no Vietas over here. LO Snap don't feel sorry either. I was like, LO Snap, we need to raise money for the Teta kids. LO Snap says, screw them kids. Gracie's getting kicked out of Houston right now. Okay, that'll be the next story for tomorrow. That'll be the story for tomorrow. Everybody, just please stay out of trouble. I'm tired of covering all your drama. We try to do positive stuff over here. You guys keep messing up. Now, God forbid I mess up. They can't wait to get me. All right, man, that's it, man. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Stay out of trouble. Stay healthy.